my absolute favorite song.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Hello, it's me, Kevin Vonesper. Welcome to VonPod. I'm all red today because, the red party and all, except, my soul is still very black, so my clothes represent that. We got my favorite goth DJ today, Sean Templar. He has created the Red Party, the upcoming Murder of Crows. We're going to talk all about, I don't know. He's teased a couple stories that we're gonna get into here tonight on VonPod.
VonPod. Welcome to VonPod. I've got chicken heads and deli creeps, scary monsters and super creeps on VonPod. You're listening to VonPod. With aliens and skunk dogs, I hope you're here to chat along to VonPod.
You can watch and chat with us live. Like and share and subscribe. It's always a surprise.
You're watching VonPod. VonPod.
Oh my god, I had a background failure during that.
Yay!
My Red
Good.
Party poster came down. Oh, that sucks. Oh well. I can just hold it up later. Hello, Sean Templar.
Hello, I love your theme song. That was so
thank
cool.
you.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Yeah, I gotta update it to add some more faces in there, including yours, of course. You
Yay.
want to get everybody in there. Sean, how are you? I guess let's start right in the middle. What did we just watch?
What do you mean? Was it
That
Test
intro,
All
do
the
you
City?
remember that? Do you remember
I
that?
do. I remember that show. It was such a great show too. I love that
That was
show.
one from the archives, ladies and gentlemen. I can't
It
believe
was
I
like
never had that online until just now. That was like, let's see, I have a flyer here.
Yep, I remember that flyer.
The no, I think this is wrong. I think it ended up being Alive in Gotham, right?
You have Spiritual Bat, who I love from Italy. They're so great.
Right, the
That was such a
spiritual
great
bat.
show. That was such a fun show.
I don't think the cake shop exists anymore, does it?
I don't think so. I know that I believe, and please don't quote me on this, or quote me. I don't care. The owner just bought the pyramid, right? The guy who owns a
Okay,
library
yeah. I think
owns
you
a
might be
cake
right.
shop. He just bought the pyramid.
And didn't that just reopen, or was that just like for one night?
I think that was their soft open.
Right. Yeah, have you checked it out yet? What's it called now?
No, I don't remember.
I always forget the name because it's not the pyramid.
Someone sent me a videos of it,
Mhm.
going, you should, book here. I'm like, all right, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I wonder how much of the tradition they're gonna keep, in that building.
Listen, if they're doing live music, if they're doing
Mhm.
parties, it's still rock and roll.
I'm kind of excited because I hear they're gonna bring it back to its like live venue glory that it had in the 90s, which was the period I missed because I was too young, but I know like all my
I
favorite
saw
bands
I
used to
saw
play
Shadow
there.
Project there.
Oh,
I saw a
cool.
lot of really g I saw oh my god, actually, I saw a lot of really good bands at the Pyramid, which is
Yeah,
weird because you think, well, it's the
Nirvana played
Pyramid.
there.
Yeah,
Like Chili Peppers played there. Like all the big bands came in there like when they were young.
it's
And
crazy.
then, you know, I never played upstairs, but I did play downstairs a couple times.
I first started DJing officially. I DJed in college, but our first party we ever did was downstairs in the Pyramid. First time I
Oh
ever
yeah? Well,
DJed
that
in a
was gonna be
club.
one of my questions.
Oh, no,
What
no,
what is
sorry,
your first
sorry.
when's the first time you ever DJ'd?
Well,
We'll skip to there.
funny you should ask that question.
And while you're talking, I'm gonna try to fix my background.
Oh, cool. Oh, no pressure. There I am.
Yeah,
Hello. Yeah, no, the
I'm
first
still here.
time I know, I trust you. I believe in you.
Okay.
No, was we it was a party called Hell. Hell. It was me and my friend Ron Fitzpatrick. We were DJing. It was the first time I DJed in a club, and it was for our wonderful. It was Mandana, and our wonderful, wonderful friend who sadly passed away way too soon. Our friend Val.
Uh-huh.
And Val was a fixture in the scene. Older gentleman who would just sit there and
Ta-da.
pot and just watch everyone. He loved the music. He loved the energy, and they got in their heads to start their own party at the Pyramid. And they asked me to DJ. I'm like, well, why do you want me to DJ?
And what about what time period was this? Like what year was this?
That's a very, very sexy
And
question.
I have a picture.
Oh my God! Yes, you see. Oh my God, you're. Oh God, that's Val. I miss him so much.
And
He
there's
was
the
a
flyer,
wonderful man.
hell, right?
Beautiful man.
I think there's something else here. Is that you at the
That's
pyramid?
it. That's proof of life. That's hell. That's downstairs at the Pyramid.
In the
That's
red
that's
room.
yeah. And I still have that T-shirt, but it's
I bet
really
you do.
ripped up now.
Hmm.
This had to be I would say
We
1990
broke his brain. I'm sorry, everybody.
sorry, 1999, I want to say.
Okay.
I think in
Okay.
1999. Before that, I was teaching in college, but it was a radio station. And I was it was vinyl.
Okay. Where did you go to college and what was the scene like at that point?
It was
And did people
amazing.
listen to the radio?
Listen to the radio. It was wonderful. It was great. I went for the first 2 years and got my associates in fine arts at FIT, which was amazing. I loved it there.
Fine
And then I
arts. You
moved
make
over.
art like that?
I make art and stuff.
How
I'm
come
still a
I don't know
designer.
about this?
That's like my day job.
Oh,
It's what
okay. Yeah.
I make the big bucks, yo.
Yeah.
And then I moved over to SVA and started doing more. Well, I never really got my bachelor's, but I was working towards it and I was doing illustration, but I was never really as talented as all my friends were at the time. Like
Mhm.
pivoted towards advertising design, and that's kind of what stuck, and that's why how I learned, all the programs and stuff. And
Gotcha. So was there like an artful aspiration, or was it all just for future business aspirations?
I had no idea. I
Yeah.
worked at art galleries my whole life, and I loved it. And I was always my mother was really much into the arts, and she was a collector and whatnot. And so I was brought up in a very artistic background, and so I grew up around art. So it was like a natural progression. And my mother was very forward thinking, and she allowed me to do the things that I do without any judgment or any notion at all. So it was very more positive, more of a pro than a hindrance. It was like, yes, do that, to be that guy, go into the arts, please. The world needs more artists and less politicians and bankers.
Oh yeah. What's the quote? Pirates and bank robbers, not lawyers or CEOs. That's the world inferno for you. And hello to the chat room, everyone who's in the chat room. Hello, Gore Foster. Do I know you? Flashback. Oh my God, we haven't even started yet. Okay, I'm sorry in advance, Sean. I trolled through your Facebook.
That's
I mostly
cool.
picked the youngest pictures. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be embarrassing because you seem like a really cool kid.
Yeah. Well, I was
wait.
awkward. I was so very awkward. I still am awkward. I'm very awkward, but it's fine. You don't grow out of it, I don't think.
I guess you grow into it. Would you say?
Yeah. You tolerate it. You learn to tolerate yourself, I think.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you lean into it.
Exactly. There you go. Okay, so this is the beginning of my slideshow. This was the show we just saw. I just wanted to quickly say that was my band's. Well, it was Tom's band, but I was in it, called Skeletal Life, with the wonderful Gesso Lantern singing at the time.
Amazing voice.
Yeah, we were also in VonEsper together at the time, and that was Jason Trioxin on the drums, R.I.P.
Yeah,
he did only 2 shows with us, but he fucking killed it. Oh, see, I messed up the algorithm. No, I made it after 10 minutes.
Yay.
I think that's okay. Is that okay, Jamie? Tell me.
You know what? Better you than I.
Yeah, I broke the seal. And
so
although
your show, you did it, not me. I wasn't the stupid.
I take all the blame. I take all the blame. I didn't make this, so I'm sorry it doesn't have your branding on it, but I thought this was an interesting artifact. I pulled some things from the archives tonight. This was another flyer for that show that I guess the band made.
That's so cool. That's much better than what I could ever do.
I know, but it doesn't have the Red Party stuff on it, so I'm a little like, that's kind of lame, dude.
Screw the Red Party. Boo,
yeah.
Red Party, boo.
And then let's see. And then that's a picture of us.
Yes.
And that's the Red Party. Okay, we're gonna get into the Red Party in a little bit, but
it's like the first one. Yeah, the picture, like I think that picture.
Yeah, so
one of the first ones. Yeah.
I got that a little out of order. I want to start here. You guys want the baby pictures? Are we ready for them?
I'm not ready for.
Who's this guy?
Aw, that's me.
That's you.
And there's me, and there's the Goofy. But which one's really goofier?
I know.
My closet. Oh God.
I could see how looking at Goofy every day would influence you. I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh my God. I can't even remember that. I mean, I was really young, but Lord.
Yeah. I think that's the youngest we got. But then here you are dressing up already.
Yep. I must have been like 8 there.
And where are you, in Long Island?
Yeah, this is Long Island, Dick Sales. This is upstairs. Oh my God, yeah. Then my aunt was trying to paint my face as it was Peter Criss. It was Peter Criss.
Right.
And so most of my Durango cowboy boots and that leather vest. I wish I still had that.
Yeah, you think you could still fit into that?
But
make it into a belt or something.
Oh my God.
Was Peter Criss your favorite Kiss guy, or?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. It wasn't my idea. It was my aunt's idea. My favorite was Ace Frehley.
Right?
Actually,
I remember
it
that.
was because I thought he looked. I guess he was more showy and more sci-fi. He was the alien,
Yeah.
The Star Child. I'm sorry, Star Child.
Yes.
And so I still remember watching Phantom. Do you remember Phantom of the Park? It was like the
Kiss meets the Phantom of the
in the
Park.
Park.
Yeah, of course. Well, see, I have a cross pollination with that because even though it has nothing to do with Phantom of the Opera, I'm like obsessed with all things Phantom of the Opera. That sort of fits there in title only, but
Yeah.
it's part of it. And not only that, but Paul Stanley played the Phantom of the Opera in Toronto. So there's the other connection.
Did he really?
Like on stage, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He closed the Toronto production in I believe 1999, and there's
Wow.
bootlegs of it, and it sounds exactly how you think it would sound.
Well, he does have a really good voice. I mean, he
It
has
was
this high
fun.
pitch. I can see him getting there. I think
Yeah, and what was funnier is I think I saw Kiss like a year later, like when they were coming back, I guess, and I could see some of the Phantom movements in his stage presence. He took influence from that show, I'm pretty sure, and
Well, he
like
was smart. He was
brought it
smart
into his
with that.
character. Yeah,
That's cool. I guess it also, if you're doing it night after night, it's kind of like Dave Gahan.
it trains your body or whatever.
Yeah, you kind of like go right into it. It's like an autopilot kind of thing, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just so yeah. The Phantom of the Park, that was a terrible movie.
Yeah, but
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like such a Roger Corman, but not Roger Corman film. It's so bad. It's like they'll never see movies like that ever again in our lives. Those are just for the. It's like the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's pretty bad.
So horrible, but it's like, but it's so brilliant because it's such a train wreck and such an unabashed train wreck that you have to sit there and go, I need popcorn. I need to sit with this movie for a long time.
Well, then let me ask you this. Do you have a love? I think we've talked about this a little bit, but tell me about your love of like cult movies or B movies and stuff.
Well, I grew up in a really good time for cinema, I guess. I just turned 50, so I'm an old man. And so growing up, I never saw the first runs, but I would see the second runs on television when they got their second life before cable. So you would have like for Long Island, Channel 11, PIX, Channel 9, and on Saturdays and Sundays you get the Hammer films. Then you'll get like after the Hammer films, you get like Logan's Run, or Salem's Lot, or some, and this just fantastic science fiction or horror. I remember seeing Creature of Black Lagoon for the first time.
Say that 5 times fast.
It holds up. It's such a good movie, So
I watched all of the Universal. I got like a box set of the Blu-rays, and I just watched all of them last year, like straight through.
The re-release ones they just did before they were supposedly going to do the revamp, the whole like the special box set with the black and white covers.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, the Blu-rays, like I don't know, the best version I could find.
I want those. I definitely want those.
Definitely silver screen relics,
Wait,
I mean, there you go. Yeah.
Sam.
He needs a beer.
Yeah. No, me and my friends, we can talk hours just about movies and music, and we always keep it very interesting.
Well, I usually do this more towards the center of the show, but what I guess were you into like 80s B movies? Like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you know Dukey Flyswatter?
Yeah.
Have we talked about this?
Or Coffin Joe. What about Coffin Joe, yo?
No, he wasn't like a horror host. He was
LA guy. He was an actor, punk rock guy. Yeah, I know, but I'm just
okay. Yeah,
it's reminding me of other things. It's remarkable. But yes. Actually, we had a conversation about him about a year ago or so with someone. I forget.
Yeah,
who.
because I'm making a documentary about him. So anyone who's into like 80s B movies, it's like, dude, you know this guy, even if you don't know this guy.
I was just watching Frankenhooker last night.
Yeah, there was a rumor that he was in that film, but it's been denied. Although he says he's never been to New York, but he knows Frank Henenlotter.
Such a great movie.
Yeah, Frankenhooker. I think I like Basket Case a little bit better, but they're both great.
Wait, which one? I'm sorry.
Basket Case.
Oh my God! Yeah, of course. Belial. Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Or Basket Case. I saw Basket Case for the first time at a sleepover at a friend's house. And I still remember we were in the basement and it smelled so musty. It had that wooden walls, those horrible carpets, and So I think of the best. I just think the smell of that basement, the musty basement.
It's definitely a movie you can smell.
Yeah, it reminded me of it. Oh, it's a great movie.
You know, there was a woman in it. Oh my God, I can't remember her name right now. She's in all of his movies, including Basket Case, and I think she plays like one of the hookers or something like that. I don't know if we say that word anymore, but whatever. In that movie, that's what she is, right? She actually hired me a couple years ago off of Craigslist. This may be more than a couple years ago now, but to do like a short. She was like doing comedy shorts or trying to get into comedy shorts.
Oh, cool.
And it never came out because I guess by the time it was done, the topic was irrelevant, and her comedy partner and her like had kind of broken up. But she has since passed away, so R.I.P. I should find her name, but it was just interesting because she hired me, and then it was like, oh, you're in Basket Case and Frankenhooker. Holy crap. I love those movies. She looks very different.
Well, those movies were a very long time ago.
Yeah, like from the I guess the early 80s, right?
80s, yeah, like 82, 82, 83.
Yeah. Speaking of the 80s, this might be from the 80s. Are you ready for more?
Okay.
Who's that guy?
Oh my God, yeah.
He grew his hair out for sure.
Yeah, that's my graduation. Is that my FIT graduation, or
It
is that?
looks like it. Yeah. So this is your college graduation.
That's my college graduation photo. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm pretty. Yeah. Well, yeah, it had to be. Look at the hair.
Tell me about this guy, and what was this guy doing at the time? Was he gothing yet? Like, was that
super goth
thing?
Oh, mega.
So when did you start goth clubbing, and how did that, like, what was your, okay, here's the question I want to ask. What was the first goth party you ever went to?
I can remember that. That's not a problem. Probably one of the best clubs I've ever been to. Not the best, but I guess nostalgia breeds color.
The first.
But wait, I guess Paris, New York, Long Island, Paris, New York. The great DJ Slave, one of the best DJs. He went on to the building. Fantastic DJ. Long Island and Huntington.
Did he work with Bile?
Huh?
Did he work with Bile?
I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
The name definitely sounds familiar.
Oh, he was fantastic. I learned so much. Like, I maybe met him once. I was 16 years old when I went, so you had to be 18 over to go in. And they had a patio in the backyard. So you remember Gerard, the bartender from Albion?
Yeah.
Me and him grew up together. He grew up in Huntington. I grew up in Dix Hills near Huntington. We grew up together.
Well, I remember him more from we'll get into this later, but like I kind of missed the Batcave era. I only went there like twice as the Batcave because I'm just like right out of the age range. But I remember him I remember we were talking about this the other day, the Rififi party.
Yeah.
I remember he was bartending there and a couple other places at the time. Yep. That's a whole nother story we could get into if we want to.
No, but we actually had to hop the fence. So then patio in the back, our wonderful friends, Claudia, Barbara, a few other friends, they were all older than us. And so they would go in and get the stamp. You could stamp this little triangle stamp that said NYP. And they would come in the back and they'd wait by the fence and then go like, all right, now. And we'd hop over the fence and get into the club from the patio. And then like the stamp like that, because it's so dark, they couldn't tell if it's smeared or not.
Right.
You know, once you're in, you're
like,
in.
hey, I washed my hands, you know.
Yeah, so no one cared once you're in. And it's funny too because I didn't drink at the time. I was 16. I mean, Jesus. So every time I would go to the bar, I'd ask for a Coca-Cola or something, and they would always give me whiskey and Coke. Always I asked for a Coca-Cola. It was always a Jack and Coke. Like, I have a Coke. It was like so loud, and so they just give me a Jack and Coke. Going, and that's where it all began.
Yeah, that's funny. And you never looked back.
From both. Back.
It's like, yeah.
But yeah, Paris, New York. Then there was Spies. There was Mesh. That was during college, though. It was later.
So was there anything what was the closest one to Dix Hills? Were you still there at the time?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was 16.
Did you know I went to college there? I went to Five Towns College.
Five Towns. That was my I went to summer school one year, and that was where I went to summer school. I went to Catholic school.
Okay.
I actually failed gym. I failed gym, and I had to go to summer school, and my Catholic school didn't have summer school. So in order to get the credit for gym, I had to go. So before it was called Five Towns College, it was called Burrs Lane. Burrs Lane.
I believe it.
I think was a junior high school. Maybe it's no, it's
Sounds
a
about
junior high
right.
school. And so I
It
had
looked
to
like a
go.
junior high school.
It was. It's a fact.
It's tiny. It's so small.
And so I went to summer school there. So and they became Five Towns College. I think a
Yeah.
few years after.
Literally, my address was like exit 50 or whatever, like
Well, that's
number
my
exit 50. Yeah.
That was my exit. That was right by
Yeah.
my house.
Yeah. So I lived there for
drove
2
my
years.
bike to summer school for gym, which should have been gym enough.
And you know what's funny? I went to my first goth party in Long Island as well.
Mm.
When I was at Dix Hills. I
Which
went
one?
with my, I don't know what the name of the party
Mesh?
was.
Was it Voodoo?
I really couldn't tell you.
There were a lot of good goth clubs.
I could tell you, DJ Ian Ford was DJing.
Awesome.
And I had no idea who he was. I didn't know who he was for years later.
Why
You know,
would
someone
you?
had to tell me
Don't
that
you
he
know
was
now?
DJing. We
You
were
don't
like the only 3 people in the room. It was me, this guy Alan, and Valerie from Abbey Death.
Mm.
Like we knew each other since when we were freshmen there. And that was the night she gave Ian our demo because we were in a band together. And that's what started her career. Like he got her into like the Cruise Shadows and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was just like,
All right.
you're welcome.
Here.
Yeah.
Look
No,
here.
we're all good. We're all good. I'm so happy for their career. I just saw them in Tampa and everything. But yeah, that was my first goth party too, and Long Island.
Yeah. I mean, you guys
This must have been 2004 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a little bit later, but
Yeah, the second I can get out of Long Island, I got out right away. It was like,
well, I was only there for 2 years, so I'm not too far though. I'm in the suburbs. You know where I am. I'm closer to you now.
I know. It's so cool.
Yeah. I guess what was the scene like back then? Like, tell me about the Batcave days. I want to like hear it.
Well,
You know, because I kind of missed. I was there for just the very end, but it wasn't like its prime. And I probably saw you DJ in there.
the scene was amazing. I hate will gazing. I hate going backwards so much, but it was fantastic. It really was. But also, it's because when you're that young, it's all brand new, and everything's exciting. You know, starting from Long Island and then moving into the city, then that's exciting, and you're meeting all brand new people and all brand new experiences. So it's all. It was a wonderful scene. It was a very the DJs were amazing.
Who was
A
DJing
lot of them are
around that
still
time?
DJing. You know, it was a wonderful time. There were more people.
Yeah.
There were more people. People got dressed up more. People definitely got done up. You know, not on the LA side. I mean, LA, they take it to another degree. I always said that New York got better DJs. LA got better style.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll get crucified for that, but fuck off. I can curse now.
Hey,
right?
whatever. I mean, I was thinking of like, I don't really have a lot of relics for you to show and tell, but I did grab the gothiest vinyls that I could find, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
And so like, if this was just any indication of where that scene was gonna go, like, look at that, you know, it's fantastic.
That is some box set.
This is a crazy
Jesus.
box set. Yeah, and there's a whole book in here
For
with photographs.
for such a silly metal album.
A silly metal album, yeah. There's a whole book in here with photos by Ed Culver, who also is in my documentary, by the way, because he did photography for my band as well.
Oh, sweet.
Not my band, the band I'm doing a documentary about. He was awesome. I went to his house, and there's just like,
it's like a shrine.
It's not really like a shrine, but there's cool stuff everywhere. Like there's no like electronic stuff and TVs. It's just like old antique stuff.
Oh, nice.
And then everything that's a mess is just like piles of folders of negatives and stuff. And you're just like looking at them and you're like, this is like the entire history of LA punk and goth, like right in front of my face.
That is amazing.
He was so cool. He was so matter of fact.
LA in the early 80s, like, you know, 1979, I would say upwards, between horror films and music, you know, it was just not that I was there, but just the amount of stuff that came out of it. You know, it was just like amazing. Like death rock, England had got goth, but America, California, we got death rock. You know, and that's cool. That's cool. You know, you might give us Bauhaus, but you know, we gave you the Cramps and Christian Death. So
Yeah, that's the other.
Yeah,
that's the other one I pulled out, is because this is just so classic. I had to have it on
yeah.
vinyl. But yeah, LA death rock, like that's so okay. I'm gonna admit here. I mean, people know this about me, but I'm kind of a fake goth. Like I'm more of a punk rocker.
Poser.
I am a poser a little bit. I love the scene, but I
It's
don't
great
like go
scene.
home and listen to goth music. I'm more of a punk rocker. So that's why death
That's
rock.
cool. Well,
you
I
know,
think that's what death rock is,
like-
though. It's a culmination between, you know, it stemmed out of death rock came out of punk rock.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah,
You-
like
you had-
45 Grave. Like I love that
45
shit.
Grades came. I would say like TSOL,
Mhm.
UK Decay. You had so many bands that went that way, and of course 45 Graves, which could be argued between Christian Death and 45 Graves were the first technical death rock band.
Right.
Sure, for sure.
I'm trying to get them on the show.
Who?
45 Grave.
Oh, Dinah she's awesome.
I've met her. Yeah, I've met her before, but not in a long time. Actually, I was on stage with her once. I went to the reunion show of Haunted Garage, the band I'm making the documentary for. This was in 2008, and they have a gag on stage where they like chainsaw somebody, and they picked me to do it too. So I died on stage, and guest singing during that song was Dinah Cancer. So
That's
like
so awesome.
we performed together once.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's like so Alice Cooper. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so crazy. Speaking of Alice Cooper, are you gonna go see Alice Cooper with Ministry?
You know, I was you know, I was a huge Ministry fan back in the day. I just don't like anything he's done since, like, even including Psalm 69. I don't care for. I think the last great thing they ever did that was Mine Is Terrible in the Taste. I've seen him live many times afterwards, and I'm always disappointed. I'm always disappointed. Alice Cooper, I would love to see again. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's always a great show.
The guy's like 80 years old and he's still doing it, and he's still amazing. He was probably, dare I say, well, it's not that arguable, but I think he could have been like maybe like the first goth right there.
Yeah.
You can definitely start with Alice Cooper. Why not? Because if it wasn't Alice Cooper, there'd be they would probably be no Alien Sex Fiend. I mean, Alien Sex Fiend definitely took a big chunk from Alice Cooper with their stage show and theatrics for sure. But so many bands did, and even Kiss. You can even say Kiss did a lot with that, because Alice Cooper just every day, all day.
Oh yeah, I mean, I Love the Dead. I mean, that's such a goth song, right?
Of course it is.
Yeah, he was starting that shit in like the 70s. When did you start? I guess okay, when did you start DJing?
I guess in college, so WFIT. I think I was good at it, but people hated me.
Like because of your music choices or your personality?
Yeah. Oh God, no. So
Okay.
we had a wonderful president of the station. Her name was Shannon. I'm probably getting this wrong, but she was really amazing, and she was a goth. She loved the music.
And this was the college radio station?
Yeah, this is a college radio station, and so this was like 92, 93. And I said, oh well, we want you on the station. They didn't have enough DJs. No one was no one even knew what was going on. And I came in and I was like, you know what? I need to do something. It sounds really cool. I want to check it out. They had such an amazing vinyl collection. So they had one room behind the studio. They had a room and all the goth stuff. And they got a ton of it, like Human Drama, bullshit. They had everything. Birthday Party. It was still in the cellophane. It was still sealed. Like no one even bothers. Like it was like there you go. And it was great. And so like, she was really enthusiastic about having a goth DJ. And so I mixed it up. You know, I did a lot of industrial, a lot of old industrial, Fotis, a lot of Neubaden, Swans, blah, blah, blah. But I mixed it really, I think I mixed it pretty well. Like, you know, some like old Mark Almond, little soft cell kind of things, you know, Mark Marambas, kind of Alien Sex. I mixed it up. you know, and I think
Was there a name for your show?
I don't remember, but my friends used to call me Lord Sean, and I hated it.
The what?
They used to call me Lord Sean. Oh, there's Lord Sean.
Well,
Like,
thank
shut
God that
up!
didn't stick, huh?
Shut up!
You
And
guys, everyone watching, this is what we're
no,
calling him now.
no, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
Just
But
kidding.
I would get phone calls. They didn't realize that I was the only one in the station. So Shannon, who liked me a lot, she gave me really good hours. So lunchtime, so you had meal plans in our college. So the 5th floor and the 6th floor of the A building, they would kind of had to listen to my music. It was piped into the cafeterias. And so I had a lunchtime show. So you have all these people. And at the time, I think disco or whatever was making a comeback, with Delight and crap like that. And no offense to Delight, wonderful kids, I'm sure. But the music is being piped in while they're eating. And so they're eating to Christian Death dogs.
Right. Seems like more of like a midnight show than like a
exactly.
show.
So I'd get phone calls, the phone would ring into the studio, and no one else is there but me. I'm just there. I'm smoking cigarettes, in the studio, which is a big no-no. But I was like, no one's here. And I pick up the phone going, I'm having a real problem with the music, and I don't think it's really conducive. And, I don't want to be that person, but you know what? We've had a lot of phone calls about him. We're going to definitely talk to him. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, dogs is not the. I get it. No.
But, you're 18 years old, and you're full of verve and vigor.
Yeah, I mean, I had a high school radio show, and it would be piped into the hallways for 20 minutes. I'm sure they hated our music choices as well.
But that's how you learn, though. I mean, it's a good thing, I think. You're in college.
Yeah.
Experiment and you go crazy. What the hell is this? Shut up and listen. You might learn something, kid.
But
yeah,
and then so you were DJing at the radio station. When did that transfer into the club space?
Well, before I was even DJing at the radio station, which is, I guess, kind of like DJing in a way, I was always very passionate about music. So every time I discovered new music, wherever it was, I used to go to this great record store called Titus Oaks, and Route 110, by the Walt Whitman Mall. And
I used to work there.
No way!
I worked at the Walt Whitman Mall, at Walden Books.
I think it would say Titus Oaks. That would have blown my mind. But
no, I don't think that was there. I don't know if there even was a record store anymore at that point.
Tower
Records was close. Yeah.
And that was a fine Tower Records. It was fine. Tower Records actually had really good import sections, but Titus Oaks was.
I had a great one here in Rockland.
I worked for one for about the one on Broadway on West Broadway. I worked for one. Right, big Shakespeare company, which I don't know if that's there anymore. But I worked there for about 3 months, and the amount of money they were giving me, I was like, it's just cheaper for me not to work. It's just not worth my time. So I worked there for about 3 months in between jobs. I was like, no, this is really not worth it.
That might be the one in the 1989 Phantom of the Opera movie. Did you know that?
The what?
The 1989 Phantom of the Opera movie with Robert Englund starts at Tower Records in New York City.
No way.
Modern day. Yeah, 1989.
I have to watch that again.
I think it's probably the one.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's so
he
crazy.
was supposed to be our Luke Skywalker that we never got. Curses. Damn you, Mark Hamill.
Yeah, wait, so what was the first party that you DJ'd
Oh,
at?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm on track. I'm getting it back on track.
I
liked our side tangents, though. That's what this is all about.
I'm super tangent, man. No, I was making mixtapes for people. I listened to new music. I get really excited. I'd find music. And my mother got me a boombox, which was like double cassette player, CD player on top. So I would record everything and I'd constantly make mixtapes all the time, and paint them and make all this really great. And I would go and I would really think about and pay attention to what song goes where, what song goes where, what song goes into what song.
You still have those?
I have a couple, but when my mom passed, I went through my milk crates and again, my brain wasn't right. My mom passed away. I'm clearing out the house. I'm in the old room you saw with the Goofy. That was my old room. In that closet, I had like these 2 milk crates filled with cassette tapes, and I threw them all away. Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, right there. There were 2 milk crates later on in life, and I had to throw them away.
Now I can transfer cassettes.
but I had a few. But what I used to do was I used to give them away to people. I'd make cassette cases. So my Gerard would be a great example. I go, oh my God, have you heard such and such? Here, I give a mixtape, and I just make mixtapes for people.
Mhm.
So I think technically that was kind of my first foray into DJing, because that was my first, I guess, subconsciously maybe.
What
trying
did
to
you
share
put a
it,
name? Did you put a
trying to
name on
share.
that tape, like for yourself?
I did. I'd make tapes like
Were you-
country. I
No,
do
no, not
country
the name of the tape, but like you as a personality.
No.
No.
Because, I was like 15, 16 years old, and no.
Mhm.
That would be
Oh, okay. This is
Sean
way
Templar
back.
presents.
Got you. So this was before your college.
Yeah.
maybe.
Oh, yeah. And then in
Mhm.
college, I did the DJ, and then the first time I DJ'd was at the Pyramid.
Oh, right. We did discover that.
Mhm,
Hell, right.
mhm.
Okay.
We're going all over the place.
Oh my God, the pyramid. Yeah. And then when was the Red Party the first party that you produced yourself?
That's a very sexy question. No,
I know
it
all
wasn't.
about the sexy questions.
It's not. Hell, even Hell wasn't mine. Honestly, I was a hired gun. I did the flyers. I DJ'd, but that was Val, who again, just I can't speak enough about that man. It was Val and Mondana's party, really, honestly, and I DJ'd it, so therefore it was my party,
Right.
but it wasn't my idea. But it caught on really quickly. I think most of it had to be because of people like it's him DJing. I want to see him DJ, because like, really, that guy is going to be DJing, kind of thing. And like, I don't think I sucked. And so I think I lived on the dance floor. I lived in goth clubs, in punk clubs and everything.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew I had a sensibility of what to do. So it was the Red Party was not Red Party. The Hell was the first one, definitely. Then we went to True, and we did a couple of parties at True.
Where was that?
True was on 23rd Street by Union Square, and we
Okay.
did a few parties there. Good parties, really good parties. Hi, Hillary. What's up? How you doing?
What do you want?
I know you do.
Hello. Hi, we got a cameo.
Yeah.
That camera.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for lending your space.
So we're a DJ without a home. So
Yeah.
that's not true, but without electricity, I should
Without
say.
yeah, that was before we went live. We were talking about that, but I don't know. Do you want to update everybody while you're not in your studio? Very
We had a
briefly.
blackout today, so if you see that face, this is me. This is me blackout. We lost power around 3:00 this afternoon. So I was doing all this work. My real job for CBS, I was working, and then I was on the down low. I was also making flyers for the new Red Party as well.
The new Red Party. When is it? September
15th, with Black Rose Birding playing live.
Nice.
It's going to be amazing. It'll be the first party after Crows, so I'm going to be fried.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like that weekend after
No,
Crows.
that'd be so cruel. That'd be
Yeah.
so horrible.
We'll definitely talk about Crows later.
Why? It's okay. We don't got to talk about
It's a
the
party.
best festival ever.
Whatever. You know what I'm more interested in? This guy.
Oh my God. Yeah. Look at that 6'6" Sputnik poster over there. My old bed sheets.
So you did wear
bed.
makeup.
What?
You did wear makeup. You don't really wear makeup anymore.
No, I haven't in a very long time. You know what it is? Because my wife won't do it for me. I can't do my own makeup. I'm afraid of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Maybe not anymore, but I was always afraid to do my eye makeup myself. So every girlfriend I ever had would do my makeup for me. So that was done by an ex-girlfriend named Amber. She did that for me. And she was like the queen of the golf scene at that time. So she did that for the makeup. She did my makeup. That wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Where do you think you were going this night?
Well, that's on Long Island. So I guess I was visiting my mom on the weekend. So this is probably I was 18 here. Yeah, that sounds right. I was probably 18. That makes a lot of sense. 93. There's a date right there. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so we're probably going to. You know what? We're probably going to Mesh. I bet you were going to Mesh.
Who
Yeah.
DJ'd? Where was that, and who DJ'd there?
Gerard DJ'd for a
Oh,
little
okay,
while.
it was Gerard.
This guy Rob, who was really good. It was good DJs. It was a split. At that time, it was a lot of not so much synth pop. It was industrial. Synth pop didn't bleed in yet. I don't
Mhm.
think. It was mostly industrial music and traditional.
Yeah, because I mean that was really contemporary at the time in the early
Mhm.
90s.
Mhm.
That's like when all that stuff was coming out.
Yeah, I always said the heyday of synth pop was probably around 98 to 2000.
Yeah,
97 to 2001-ish. Around that was like the heyday, different drum and all that stuff and all those compilations, which I like a lot. I like a lot of synth pop music. A lot of my fellow goth DJs would him and haw and go,
she'll do it.
hey,
All right, at Crows, I want to see some makeup, Sean.
It depends. We'll see. Maybe.
Or maybe at the Red Party.
I should. Yeah, I'm always so busy too.
Yeah. I know. I'm sure that's like a whole.
It
Being a
sounds-
promoter is a different thing than being a DJ. I want to go back. I found these ticket stubs on your Facebook. I want to
Oh my
see if
God.
you remember any of these shows.
I can't believe I still have those. I mean, you would never think to collect ticket
I
stubs.
always think
never
to that.
did.
I definitely have all my old
I
ticket
never
stubs.
thought
in
of
there.
it, but like I found them. Yeah,
Let's see this.
Murphy's Law.
Law.
yeah, back with the.
I
bomb.
actually no, I didn't see them at Irving. I saw them at the Gramercy once.
I'm trying to remember who opened for them at that concert.
1990.
Yeah, that was a great show. Yeah, my mom, God bless my mom. She actually let me go into. It was a big deal. Especially growing up the way I grew up, it was a big deal to go from Long Island, take the train, go into the city by myself, and go to punk shows, and then come back.
I mean, that's what I did when I was. I mean, when I was at Dix Hills, I would take the train to the city and see shows too. Yeah, I actually saw the Damned like that once at that place in Times Square that keeps changing names. I think it was called The World at the time.
Oh yeah,
and I saw them with Tsunami Bomb.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, me and Val were there. We were like 17.
Oh my God. The Damned. Oh yeah.
Skinny Puppy at the Ritz. So what? The Ritz, the 54th Street. What is the Ritz now? Did it become something else?
Well, they moved. So the Ritz had two locations. The original.
I thought it was Webster Hall. No.
It is now.
Oh, okay.
It's now, or it was.
Right.
So it had two locations. The first one was 54th Street, which was. It's really my memory now. It's like I always go back to Webster Hall now, which is horrible.
Yeah, because that's what so the Ritz moved to where Webster Hall is, and it became Webster Hall there.
Yeah,
right?
I had a girlfriend, Britta, who her aunt lived literally across the street, and so me and my ex, we would go, and she was a hippie, hardcore, like dead, Grateful Dead hippie.
The 54th Street location or the second
no, Webster Hall, right across,
Webster Hall.
like you could spit on her. You can spit on her thing. It's like right there, same block, same street, and we would go to her place, and her aunt was like, "Whatevs, do whatevs, So have a Jack and Coke or whatever. Oh my God, I'm drinking alcohol. I'm gonna go see a Skinny Puppy and all that stuff. And wow,
Mhm.
but yeah, the Skinny Puppy that was after. What show was that?
Was this the first time seeing Skinny Puppy?
Oh no, that was my second or third time seeing Skinny Puppy.
Do you remember who played with them?
The first time?
Either time, I guess.
No. Well, Tyne Cog played this one. Canadian band, Canadian punk
I see. Yeah.
band. The Fudge. I can't remember. Though that being said, I saw them for the Turek Park show, which was a year prior in 1990, or maybe it was 89 at the Ritz.
Okay.
And that was probably one of the best shows I've ever been to in my life. Probably seriously one of the best shows ever. Like that was just like insane. Me and Gerard went together, and like it was like we were just blown away. When you came out of the pit, our shirts were just soaking wet, and we're just like ruined. Like it was like 2.5 hours of just ruin.
Was there like a mosh pit to Skinny Puppy?
Oh yes, there was. Oh
Nice.
yes, there was.
Did you see the last tour that they did recently?
Mhm.
I missed it. Tell me. It looked great. I saw it on it. I saw the whole show through Instagram on everyone's stories, I think.
I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know,
Mhm.
again, but I don't want to be too cruel because it's not them in their heyday. They're not.
Yeah.
So it felt kind of like rushed in a way to me, and I don't want to be hypercritical of bands I love because their music is still great. They still sounded great. I would take them, any day over a billion bands. I mean,
Mhm.
Skinny Puppy. I mean, it's Skinny Puppy, but it wasn't their best show. Not by far. And I think a lot of it was, I don't want to say phoned in because that's mean to say that, but I think a lot of it was just put together on the fly. I don't know. Again, I don't want to be too hypercritical, but
Sure.
it definitely wasn't the best of their shows. And I felt for farewell shows, it should have been grander. It should have been more. If you didn't go out with all the blood, go out with the stilts, go out with the horror tree, go out with all of it, the face and all of it. But no.
Well, speaking of blood, here's the next one. I have these in chronological order, by the way. They're all like 90, 91. But
Oh yeah,
dude,
that's my
I'm
first
like the
time seeing
biggest
Guar.
Guar fan. December 28th, 1990.
That's my first time seeing Guar.
Bay Shore, Long Island. $13. Oh man.
I went with my friend.
That's an early
Barbara,
show.
and and again, goth, but she's like, wear all white. Just wear all white.
She knew already.
Oh yeah. Oh, she was ahead. She got me into a lot of bands. My friend Barbara, she got me into Alien Sex Fiends.
1990.
Party. So like
That must have been like when their first album was out.
No,
Guar.
they were around for a few years prior to that.
No, well, yeah, but they've been around. But 90. Let me see. I should know this because I'm like I have my own show on YouTube about Guar. I should know all those facts. But okay, yeah, this was the Scumdogs of the Universe tour. Yeah, so this is like their heyday. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was amazing.
What do you remember? How big was this venue? Who played with
small. Them? No. Oh my God, Sundance. Oops. I was at Sundance in Islip. It was a country western bar.
Oh my God.
That became a metal bar, but they still did country, and they had a lot of kind of like Winger would play there. Kip Winger would play there,
mm-hmm.
or other a Nubs is gonna play there.
I was gonna say Nostalgia Acts, but they were pretty current in 1990, actually. Yeah. Or maybe phasing out because of the 90s, but
but they would play there. Brittany Fox would play there.
Right.
Yeah. And Guar, I would say, oh man, I saw so many hardcore shows, a lot of hardcore shows. I cut myself really bad my first time stage diving at Sundance. I really busted.
What band was playing? Do you know?
Yeah, Gorilla Biscuits. Or was it Token? No,
oh.
It was Chain of Strength, Token Entry, Gorilla Biscuits. But it was during Gorilla Biscuits. I got on the stage too quick. Like I didn't realize it was going to be that quick. I didn't mentally prepare to jump off the stage, and of course, I'm trying to impress a girl. That's what guys do because we're stupid. And so I got on stage and I was trying to impress my punk rock girlfriend. And I paused way too long, I guess, for the guitarist, and he pushed me. And I went down flat. I hit the bar and I hit someone's leather jacket and it tore this whole part. But I was in the pit for a while, so I thought it was all sweat. And so I took my hand and I went like this, and all this blood and sweat. It was more sweat than blood, but it looked like it was all blood. And it was all blood. I didn't want to freak out. And so I went to the parking lot, sat down, smoked a cigarette, and was like, holy shit. Like, I'm sorry, I'm cursing. But it was like,
it's fine.
Oh my God. And yeah.
Wow. That was Gorilla Biscuits. I met Walter once.
That was my first time stage diving.
Yeah, and then you did it again?
Of course. Of course.
So you were a punk rocker too.
I was really a goth.
Right.
I was in industrial music. I still listen to punk. I still DJ punk. I love punk music. I lived with punk bands.
Blood.
But yeah, I could never call myself a punk because I lived in the wetlands in ABC No Rio. Not lived there, but I was there. I couldn't.
The wetlands. Did you ever see Buckethead there?
No. Great show there. I saw Stiff Little Fingers there. Freaking awesome.
What I guess you're more into the goth thing, but like what were like your punk bands?
Well, it doesn't count as. Does this count as punk?
What the
Uh,
Damned?
no. Well, the Damned obviously are the number one. TSOL as well are just
TSOL.
really. They also straddle the line too, but the Exploited, but the first Exploited I got, it's arguably a metal album. I got the first Exploited album I got was Death Before Dishonor, which I liked. That was a really good album, but it's a lot of guitar, a lot of more riffy than you would expect from Waddy and crew.
Yeah, there was a period in the '80s where it kind of got muddy between the punk rock and the metal.
And I like GBH a lot. GBH was always fun too. There's a lot of good.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're really into the English punk rock.
Yeah, I still am. You know, I still am. The Ruts, I still get into it. I when I DJ on Twitch, I don't do it as much in the clubs, but on Twitch I'll go into tangents and play nothing but punk for like 3 hours. Just 3 hours of just punk. And each song is like 2.5 minutes, so it's a lot of music to get through.
A lot. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really crazy too listening to punk now, especially like 80s punk, you know, late 70s, early 80s punk. You hear it now, it almost sounds like rock and roll. Like it's
for sure.
Almost like weird. Because like
it's gotten so much faster and heavier that it sounds almost
it's weird.
Old
it's going,
now, yeah.
Yeah, like listening to Toy Dolls going, well, that could be like, wow, that's crazy. I love the Addicts. Also, the
Addicts.
Love the Addicts. Love Monkey. Love that band. I've seen them so many times.
I think we were at a show together at the Addicts. I think it was also at that place in Times Square, maybe.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I saw them there a couple of times.
With the World Inferno.
Yeah. I my roommate was the guitarist for World Inferno.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were telling me this. So you lived with Lucky.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So right after college, we moved onto 39th Street between 8th and 9th Avenue. Crack alley. We used to go on the roof, drink 40s, and watch the crack deals go down. It was crazy. It was but Lucky obviously wasn't in World Inferno yet for a long time. This is a long time ago. And our friend Jen, who was in a punk band called Banner of Hope. So Lucky, I think, was just starting to play with Banner of Hope when he moved in. So it was Lucky, Jen, and myself lived together. We spray painted the whole walls with Billy Idol slogans everywhere. It was horrible.
Oh man, the landlord must have loved that.
Oh, actually, our landlord, which is a shame because she was so nice. She had the cutest Chihuahua who loved me. The Chihuahua hated everyone. We barked, and the Chihuahua would see me and go, "All right, I like you." I was like, "Okay." The Chihuahua, and so because her Chihuahua liked me, she liked me. You know, it was like, all right. If the Chihuahua, I can't remember the Chihuahua's name. There's no way I could remember the Chihuahua. God help me.
Yeah. If you remember it, this is just represented like this. That's the thumbnail for this show right here. Did you ever get to see him in World Inferno later on?
No, we
man,
fell off.
Because by the time the Addicts tour, he wasn't in the band anymore.
Well, I remember the story because we were going to. Well, when they played Best Buy, I think they're already off the tour.
That's right, the Best Buy theater.
They got into a fight.
Yeah, they played that one because I saw them, but I think it was like the day after maybe they got kicked off the tour.
Then maybe they did 2 shows because the show I went to at the Best Buy theater, they did not open.
No way, they totally did. I was there. I saw it.
Maybe they did 2 shows, or maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly, which is quite possible.
I definitely saw them with the Addicts, and then I did hear that they got kicked off the tour after that.
They got into a fist fight. I think it was one of the Addicts and one of the guys from World Inferno. They got into a fist fight, and that's why they got kicked off the tour. There was a fight backstage, and so they were booted off the tour.
I kind of want to know the details, but I also kind of don't. Like it's sometimes the World Inferno stuff is better as a legend.
Yeah,
because it's so mysterious.
I almost booked them for Red Party. I wish I did.
Man, where was Red Party at the time?
I was a huge fan of theirs. He goes, you should get World Inferno. I'm like,
they would have tore. Really cool. Wait, where was Red Party at the time? Because they would have tore up any of those clubs that you played in.
Oh, I know, but they knew them, and this was at Mercury Lounge.
Okay, I've seen them at Mercury Lounge. Yeah. Oh man, that would have been good.
I know. It didn't happen.
Well, let's talk about Red Party in a minute. Wait, I want to talk about one or two more of these shows. Jade's Addiction.
That wasn't because of me. I remember the show. It was like the Coliseum, wasn't it? No,
I
Madison
don't
Garden.
know.
What's the Garden? Okay. I saw them twice then.
Madison Square
God.
Garden. Wow. Okay.
I saw them twice then. Wow.
Happy
Jeez.
Mondays. Wow.
It wasn't a good show. I remember it
It
not
wasn't.
being. It wasn't a good show. They were really sloppy. I was really bored.
Yeah.
I went because my girlfriend at the time, she was a huge fan, and I think that's why we went. What year was that? Can you go back? Can you put it back?
89? No, 91.
91. Oh, I'm thinking a different. So yeah, the first one was the Nassau Maybe, and this was the second one. Then, yeah, this show
I
wasn't.
didn't know they were so big that they were playing MSG at the
Oh
time.
yeah. I mean, yeah, they were big.
That's
The kids like their Janes.
Yeah. This is the last one I got. Thrill
Oh,
Kill
yeah.
Call at the Marquee. What did that become? Did that become something?
I don't
The
know.
Marquee, West 21st Street.
I remember the Marquee and the Academy. They were both great venues, and it's crazy. I saw Social Distortion there with Gangrene,
Oh, cool.
with Gerard again. I think it
Social
was-
Distortion, they were arguably their first album's a little bit death rock too, man.
punk,
He used
Creeps.
he
Mama's
used to
Little
do
Monster.
like the white makeup and stuff. a little
Yeah,
bit.
he totally did. He
Yeah.
totally did. LA Punk, but LA Punk though did definitely straddle the line though. It
Mhm.
really did.
It was the
which was
same
so
scene.
cool about,
at
like,
least. Yeah.
Kitten Sam, can you give me a nourishing beverage that could my throat.
We need to keep him lubricated.
Yes, keep me lubricated. Keep those juices flowing. Yeah. I met them a few times actually. Really cool guys. We actually did the after party.
Groovy man.
We did the after party for one of their shows. At the Neville brought them
I believe that. Yeah.
to. Thank you. Oh my God! No, I'm double fisting. That's my favorite way to fist, by the way. Wait,
I'm
is it
clipping that
something-
one out.
Yeah, my local cult. I'm trying to remember that show though. I don't think I can remember that show.
Well, I was
I
going to
remember-
lead into asking, are you going to go see them? They're playing Halloween night at Bowery Ballroom.
No, because I'm going to see the Damned on Halloween night at Irving Plaza.
Shit. Usually I see Guar, but they're not doing it this year. So
It's
maybe.
like Blood of Riches.
Oh man, the Damned are playing at Irving Plaza. Is it
saw you
sold
I saw
out?
you at the last Gore show at Warsaw. That was a great show.
That wasn't the last one.
It
I saw
was?
them twice last month.
What? In New York?
One of them was in New York. Yeah, they played.
Warsaw
They're on
one
tour
was
with.
COVID.
They're on tour with Mudvayne, so they're playing these giant places right now. They played
Oh,
at Jones
sweet.
Beach
Oh yeah, that's right. I saw pictures
with
of
Coal Chamber.
I saw pictures of that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right. That's right. That was a couple weeks ago, right?
yeah. Yeah, it was weird seeing them in a giant
Yeah.
place. I saw the same show in Tampa. I just happened to be there. Yeah, it was weird not seeing them as a headlining band.
I actually I feel bad for the main act. Because-
Yeah, me too.
You'll be slipping on a lot of blood.
Well, they're actually pretty neat about it. Like they know how to run their show.
now,
you
yeah.
know? And that's
I saw
kind of
the
what they're doing
documentary.
to prove. It's their first Live Nation tour, so it's like really big for them.
Well, they were
to, like,
all art
prove.
students, right?
Pretty
They were
much.
all-
I mean, at the core of it, yeah, in the
Yeah.
80s. Hmm.
So I remember being a fan. I remember reading a lot about them and how they made all their costumes and everything. And it's pretty. And how one of the members left and came back. And
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of history. There's a whole
Yeah.
documentary about them now on Shudder. You should check it out if you
I
haven't.
should.
And for everything else, you know, I do a show here on my channel called the Guar Pod. I am the only officially licensed Guar podcast.
Second, I'm going to start one.
Right? Okay,
Compete against you.
but I'm still officially
Right.
licensed.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it at the same time that you're doing your show. I'm gonna do my show.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Though I like to promote more people creating more content of the things that I love. So that
Mhm.
sounds good to me. I'll just watch it like back to back. Okay, I want to ask you, can I talk about you and your lovely wife?
No. Yes, of
Please?
course.
Because
Yes.
I found some great photos, and I figured I'd ask what the origin story here is.
That was early on. That's at on 14th Street. That was probably after. It's probably after the Batcave. I don't know what year we started dating. In oh gosh, she's gonna shoot me in the dick.
Oh
90,
no.
I guess 98, 98, 99. Oh, speak of
Okay.
the devil, and she will appear. I'm just talking about you. What? Yeah, I'm just talking about you. Oh, I'm sorry. She's right there.
Yeah,
So
I
that
figured.
that was I think
We're talking about you.
that was probably in 2000. I would
Okay,
say.
yeah, these might be a little out of order, but
Yeah,
I
so I
just
think
thought
we
like
started dating.
these were such cute photos.
Yeah, that's at the Batcave right there. So so
Mhm.
Mondana used to do the door at the Batcave. So she
Okay.
was the first person you saw when you came to the Batcave. That she was the first one. She did the door. So she was part of the team. I became a DJ there. It was a goth DJ. It was me and Patrick, mostly
Mhm.
Patrick. I don't want to speak out of term. It was Patrick's thing, but Patrick would leave early.
Mm.
And so I was kind of like the de facto or stand-in goth DJ, which was amazing.
And at the pier,
I'm
just to
talking.
explain to people, at the Batcave, they were different rooms
There
for
was
different moods, right?
there were 3 rooms. The
You
biggest
were in
room
like
was
the crypt, I think it was called, right?
whatever you want to call it.
Whatever.
It was the crypt.
Was
And
didn't
so
people call it?
I don't know. I was too drunk. So anyway, Gerard was bartending, but Gerard was bartender in our room. He was the most very, very popular bartender because he was very heavy-handed. So if you want to get your money's worth of a drink, you got to come into my room. And so Patrick would DJ until around 1:30. So from 10 to 1:30, maybe 2. Then I would finish up from 2 to 4. So I'd be DJing every week. So it was weekly. It was a weekly party. So we DJ every week that way, and which was wonderful for me because prior to that I was just doing hell,
Mhm.
and then I was doing that. And again, I don't think I sucked. So people seemed to like what I was playing, and quite honestly, when I first started, I was definitely less less fearless, more fearful, and I was trying to really not please like to play the Depeche Mode, but
Mhm.
I would definitely wouldn't stray off course too much, and I was trying to keep it very much, and I guess in the spirit of what Patrick was playing, but kind of quite trying to keep the dance floor, trying to
Mhm.
keep that fucking dance floor, trying to keep it active, which it always was, because you don't want to be that new guy going, oh, him do the dance floor out, like what's he did. So I was always very conscious of that, up until a point where I was like, you know what, I've been here long enough. Here we go, and start playing what I want to hear, or I thought they should hear.
Right. Right. Well, you're the DJ. You're supposed to be like a tastemaker, right?
Well, you have to
You'd
straddle the line.
think.
You
Yeah,
can't be that,
exactly.
just that. That was right before I met out with Nina Hagen.
Oh, really? I think I have a picture of that somewhere in here too.
Yeah.
Not the making out part, but let's see. I have a Nina Hagen in here somewhere. When
She was
was
amazing.
that? Was that where was
We,
that?
we stole her beer. She got cheeky. We sat down, and I guess she liked the way I looked, and she got really close to me. Where I thought, is she gonna kiss me? Is she gonna kiss me?
That's that,
And I
right?
mean, so yeah, but that's not. But the picture though, my friend John Gillette on the left, he had my camera. I'm like, please, dear God, please tell me you're getting this picture. Please, dear God, you're getting this picture. Please, please, please. So basically, just me and her just kissing for a few seconds, just making out.
Right.
I was like, I'm making out with Nina Hagen.
Where
This
was
is-
this? I want to imagine it's like
She
at the
was playing.
limelight.
It was a limelight. So
Yeah.
she was in the limelight, and it was upstairs So upstairs is a green room, but right across from the green room is the public toilets. And I used to work there. So I kind of knew where everything was, and I knew everyone who worked there. And so going up the stairs, we got a little cheeky, and we kind of stole their Sam Adams. We got there, and we didn't think we didn't think they were going to make it back in time. So we thought we'd have a beer. So it was Nicolette, John, and my friend Jen, who was my roommate from Banner of Hope. Excuse me, I'm gonna burp. So we actually took some some of their beer. We stole some Sam Adams, and she walked and goes, "Who are you guys?" I'm like, "Oh, busted! Oh no!" So, but she was really awesome. She was so beautiful. Oh my god, and it was great.
That's
I wish
awesome.
I wish I had the nerve. I wish I had the cojones to actually have actually done something with that moment. It was like,
Well, okay,
I was
this
in
is
shock. I was just like, what the what?
this is a good segue into a story that you teased me a couple of months ago, and I was like, wait, we got to save this one for the show. And it was another goth celebrity who was apparently hitting on you, named a young Trent Reznor.
Oh my god, that's true.
So you got to tell me this Trent Reznor story. I've been teasing it here.
Oh, we have you? Oh my god. It's so Pigface. It was Pigface Gub. And I like Nine Inch Nails a lot. I still do. They're a
This
great
was
band.
what, like 1992 or something?
And I don't think he was really hitting on me. I think it was just being. He's just. I'll tell you the whole story. You can figure this shit out.
Wait,
Figure stuff out.
give me the time and give me the place.
All right, so we were at I believe it was the Academy, actually. I think it was the Academy. It was, you can look it up online. Me and my friend were in college. So it was me and my friend Rob Fitzpatrick, who I used to DJ with Hell, and Rustin, my friend Rustin Birch, really talented artist. He moved out to Seattle or Portland or whatever. Really, really cool guy. And we all came to the show together. We all came to the show to go see Pigface. Pigface is like a super group on Invisible Records, started by Martin Atkins, using a lot of people from Wax Trax, mostly Ministry and other industrial band. Anyway.
Yeah, it basically started when the Ministry tour ended and that band had nothing to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Chris Connolly and everyone. David Yao, oh my God. Scratch Acid, Jesus Lizard. I mean,
if they were in an industrial band, they were probably in Pigface.
Yeah. I love Scratch Acid. So into the show, my friend Rustin, I shouldn't tell this story. I shouldn't tell this story, but I'm going to tell the story. We lost Rustin. We didn't find him until afterwards. He got there. So the merch booth was right next to the door. When you came in, the merch booth was literally right there when you were coming in. For some reason, he got it in his mind to steal a T-shirt. I don't know why to this day, but he grabbed a T-shirt and they got caught right away and got booted out. We didn't know this. We were ahead of him. And so we didn't know where it happened to Rustin. Where's Rustin? We have no idea. So me and Rob are there. You know, we're all punked out and we're all just and we got on top of the stage and we watched the show from the stage. We're literally sitting down smoking Parliaments or Benson Hedges, whatever the fuck we were smoking. We're smoking on the stage. And Ogre comes out and he starts singing Tapeworm, I believe it was, or it could have been Suck. I can't remember. He was probably Tapeworm, which I love that song. Got the tapeworm. And it's a great. Anyway, so we're my friend Rob and I are sitting on the stage watching the show from the stage, and no one's putting us off. We're just smoking cigarettes watching the show. And after the show was done, actually during the show, Ogre took Rob's cigarette and started smoking his cigarette too. And then they took a raft. They blew up a whole raft and they actually surfed the stage, surfed the crowd on the raft, that was really, really great as well. I would love to have jumped on that raft. That would have been so cool. Anyway, after the show was over, everyone files out and leaves. Me and Rob, we don't leave. We stay there. And who's on stage but Ogre? And he's actually taking flyers and doing stuff. He's actually working and taking things. And he sees us and goes, "Oh, hey guys, what's up?" Just talking to us. Talk about his new boots, how his new boots are. He's excited about his new engineer boots and how he loves these boots, his new boots. And he goes, "Let's go upstairs." So upstairs, maybe it was the marquee. So upstairs was the VIP area where everyone was. So we get up there, and whilst we're up there, all I'm thinking about is Ogre. I'm a huge Skinny Puppy fan, but everyone's there. Everyone is there. And I wish there was some DJ. I got an autograph. I never asked for autographs, but I actually got Ogre's autograph that night, only because it's Ogre and I know, Anyway, some DJ actually brought a stack of records this big of Skinny Puppy records, and Ogre actually signed every one of them. Every one. He was such a nice guy. So I had to leave. And so I asked him, said, "Listen, I got to go. you know, you're busy, blah blah. I said, I hate to ask, but can I get your autograph? I felt really weird asking. I still I can't ask for autographs. And he actually sends, "Help me, I'm in hell." Hellraiser, "Help me, I'm in hell." Ogre. I still have it. But during that whole period while we're up there, all I hear is I'm there with Rob. We don't know anyone, and we're sitting by the wall, just sitting, not sitting, standing. Don't know anyone, and all I hear is, "Hey, pretty boy. Hey, pretty boy, come over here. What? Talk to me. Come over here." I'm looking around. Why is it directed towards me? Like, what's going on? What's going on? And so these two guys come over to us, shorter guys. I'm not that tall, by the way. I'm 6 feet. I'm 6 feet, but I'm not like whatever. And he comes over to and starts talking to us like, "Are you coming to? Was it Philly or Boston? I can't remember. You should come on a bus with us. You should totally come with us." And it's like blah blah. And it's like I'm like, is he being serious? Is this a real thing? Or I'm kind of young, so I'm going. I'm not really, when it comes to sarcasm or whatnot, I'm not really that fly yet. I haven't learned the ways of the city or the big city, and they go like, "Oh, you should definitely come with us. Listen, with this room, you should definitely come with us." And putting his arm around me, like, "Okay, thank you, Trent Reznor. I have to go now." It was kind of really awkward situation, but again, I wasn't really sure if it was sincere or if it was just one of those situations where they was having a piss with us. I don't know. All I know is that me and my friend Rob were just against the wall, just being really quiet because we didn't know anyone. Just we're here. Oh my God, I can't believe we're backstage at a Pigface show, kind of thing. So that's the story. You can take what you want from it, but yeah. Are you still there? What's going on? That's also a story to no one. Oh well, I'm gonna drink some beer now. I want a cigarette now. Hold on. Internet. Did you hear me tell them to take this show? Sorry? Yeah, but that stopped.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
And he sees us. He goes, "Oh, hey, guys. What's up?" Just talking about new boobs. How it's new.
Kevin's not there? What happened to him?
We're live, right? So what else should I talk about then? We can talk about Howard the Duck. It's a George Lucas film. Howard the Duck. He did a couple of weird movies like Willow. Though Willow, I actually enjoy Willow as a movie. I thought honestly, Mad Mardigan, such a great character. It was basically Han Solo, part Aragon. Ron Howard. It was Ron Howard and George Lucas did that movie together. So it was Amblin. Was it Amblin Entertainment who did the movie? I can't remember. But it was a really cool movie. I liked it. Val Kilmer. I think it was riding high. He did Top Secret, which is a fantastic movie. It was done by the guys who did Airplane.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Hi.
Oh my God, you're still here. Thank God. That was crazy. Dude, my power went out.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Oh,
My
he's back.
power went out for a minute and then my internet wouldn't come back.
I finally finished the story going, "Do you still want to hear this story?" And I'm not getting any reply going, "What's going on?"
Yeah, I was trying to. I don't think I have your phone number, so I was going to try to text you, but we'll figure that out later. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm back. Trent did not want me to hear this story.
So yeah, I told the story.
So I guess I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this episode to get it. So you guys all heard the exclusive before me.
It's not that big of a deal of a story. It really is. It was interesting for us, especially being at that age, and at that time. This had to be like 1991, 92?
Probably, yeah. Let's see.
So Ministry were kind of on the rise. He was still dabbling with the Revolting Cocks.
That
and
came out in May 91.
Yeah, so like he was still, dabbling with the lesser creatures before he got too big for his britches.
Thanks.
So
I'm sure it was.
but I actually, it's really cool. I got to see 9 Inch Nails for one of their first shows ever.
Oh, well, tell me that story.
He opened up for Peter Murphy at the
Okay.
Academy, and he got booed off stage.
Oh, I might have a ticket stub for that.
Yeah, booed
Let's
off
see.
stage.
Oh, good. My slideshow is still here. That's good.
Eh.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was actually a great show. I already knew who they were already. This was back in 1990 or 89. It was during Fudge. Was it during Deep it was after Deep, wasn't it?
Nope, that's Sisters of Mercy.
That's cool.
I thought I had a Peter
Yeah.
Murphy in here somewhere. Maybe I didn't take that one.
Nope.
Oh, it was Murphy's Law instead.
Story.
I think I saw Murphy and I was like, that must be Peter Murphy. That's funny.
Murphy's Law. Back. I'd love. Oh, that's just Murphy's Law was such a fun
With your
band.
mom.
Yeah, I love fun punk bands. I love like bands like Toy Dolls or Addicts, Murphy's Law. You take a piss out of it, and then it's fun. They're fun shows. Like, have you ever seen Murphy's Law? It's a fun show.
I saw them open for the Germs.
Or the Damned. The Damned is a fun show. Oh my god, you saw them with the Germs?
Yeah,
I've never seen the Germs live.
Like the later thing, not like when he was still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. This was crazy. I saw when they made the movie What We Do Is Secret.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
About the Germs.
Yeah.
They had the guy playing Darby in the movie singing for the band, and they did a screening of the movie in New York. Afterwards, they did a Q&A with all the band members and all the actors playing them.
Where was I?
And then after that, they played at the Gramercy Theater with Murphy's Law opening, and there was like 50 people there. That place was empty. It was so crazy. And then we got to meet Lorna Doone afterwards.
No one knew about the show. That's probably why no one freaking knew about the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Murphy's Law, the guy was just taking beer cans and just like throwing them at people in the audience. It's like, here, have a beer, have fun. There's nobody here. Fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy.
That. Was it Gestapo?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes, Jimmy.
I used to see him. I never spoke to him, though. We used to go to a bar in Brooklyn. My friend used to bartend over at Trash Bar in Brooklyn.
Oh, I love Trash Bar.
And
I used to work across the street.
He was always there.
Yeah.
And
they played there on St. Patrick's Day, I think.
Yeah.
That was like their thing for a while.
And for some reason, I didn't want to talk. Then I wanted to talk to him. It's just like I didn't know what to say to him again.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of the people like, I'd love to talk to this guy, and like, but it was like kind of, I can get very shy, I guess. I overthink it to the point where it's like, I'm not going to bother doing this. No, this is too much.
I never met him.
But it was, I remember sitting there with my beer with my friends. There's Jimmy by the pool table, right over there.
Yeah.
Right there. Right there.
Oh, Trash Bar. That was a cool place.
It was.
I don't think there's anything there even yet.
Probably not. It used to be called Lux Bar. I used to go there. I used to DJ a Lux Bar. I DJed there twice.
Yeah? What was the party?
I don't remember. There wasn't necessarily a party, I don't think. I DJed for a couple of bands. There was a band. It was an amazing band that broke up called Shadow Reichenstein. It was like a like a psychobilly death rock band called Shadow Reichenstein from Texas. And I got asked to DJ for this party. I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's go to Brooklyn. Let's do this. And the band just blew my freaking mind. This band was like, I was like, this is the best band ever. This band is amazing. What
are they called? Let me try to look them up.
Shadow Reichenstein.
Shadow?
Yeah, Reichenstein.
Please spell that.
Like Katz-Olfenstein. Reichenstein. Like REI.
I got it. Yeah.
Got it. Oh my god, they're so good. Oh, I love their music. I play them all the time. I constantly DJ them out. Like, oh my god, this music is so good. There's a perfect amount of death rock, horror movies, B-movie, horror, psychobilly, death rock. It was just such fun music. And they broke up. Of course they did. Of course they broke up. They were too good to live.
Let's see. I like a good a new recommendation here.
Oh, you'll love me long time for this one. I'll tell you.
Oops. So it's kind of like a horror punk
Yeah,
vibe. Nice. Do
but
you,
this does not do them justice at
no.
all.
Well, if anyone knows what I should look up, send me a link in the chat.
Really good. They started more of like rockabilly gothy, then they got more heavier as they progressed. They got more metal as they progressed, I guess.
Mhm.
So they end up with like Werewolf Order. Really good band. Ghost
So-
could learn a thing or two about.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you like Ghost?
I do. And
I like
crazy
Ghost. I
enough,
mean,
so does-
I
so
saw
does
them.
Ponder.
I saw the original lineup
Yeah,
at
me too. I saw them in Long Island. Original lineup.
I
Early
saw
on,
it at
really early on.
Williamsburg Music Hall.
I'm trying to remember if we were there. We saw them early on also. We were very fortunate to see them earlier on before the whole disintegration. I think
Yeah.
once the original band broke up, the lawsuit happened. It kind of lost its mystery.
A
But
little bit. I mean, I still enjoy it, but those first two albums was really the vibe.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree 1000%.
But I would still support them. I just bought their latest EP, because they
How
covered
is it?
well, I haven't actually listened to it yet, but it's all cover songs, and they do Phantom of the Opera by Iron Maiden.
Oh, that's right. I read about it.
And they do Jesus He Knows Me by Genesis.
Yeah.
I don't remember what else is on there.
Their original cover album, they do Echo and the Bunnymen, which is insane.
Well, they did Waiting for the Night.
Yeah. I like that. I love that. I'm a huge horror fan.
Yeah.
And I love all horror, don't get me wrong, but I do have a soft spot for Italian horror movies like Sovi or Argento, Fulci.
Mhm.
There's some of my favorite movies like the Demon or The Church. Really Italian horror films, really good. But if you watch the video for Square Hammer by Ghost,
Mhm.
that is Demon.
Yeah.
That is Demon. That like I'm watching the movie again. Like you can tell like his love for those movies. Or
Yeah, I like that too, and I like that he doesn't take it too seriously. Like
Yes.
all the shorts that they put out, like they're humorous. They're very funny. They're very aware of what they're doing.
I love that also, and also I think he's definitely taking a page from Kiss or a lot of 70s in definitely 70s rock bands, metal bands, if you want to call it. But like the metal, it's so contentious. If you ever go on like on online, online social media on itself is a cancer. But if you go online, and you go to like ghosts, people are like either like them,
It's very
or they
divisive,
really hate them.
Yeah, I don't really understand it. I don't understand how you would hate them that much.
Oh
It's
my
fun,
God.
man.
It's
People are
pop
passionate
music,
about
their music,
basically.
People are passionate about their music, and
Yeah.
I saw them in concert. I think 4 times,
Okay.
maybe 3, maybe 4, definitely 3. And each time I saw them, I always had a great time. Always
Yeah,
fun, always
exactly.
a fun show. Always good. I got to see them with the original lineup the first 2 times. Then the last time I saw them, it was I'm sorry, Kirsch. It was in
Dude,
Brooklyn.
it's fine.
It was in Brooklyn, and it was with a newer. It was after the other band left. You can kind of tell. Oh, I also went to Irving Plaza for their special announcement.
Oh, yeah,
at
what
9
was
in the
that?
morning. I went
What
to
the
that.
hell?
Yeah, they did a special announcement
At
live
9 in the morning.
Plaza, and I actually went and got tickets for the Brooklyn show. Because we got there and because we were there, they announced tickets and we were the first one to get tickets. And so I was able to get 6 tickets for me and my friends front row for Ghost.
Nice. Where was that? Do you know where?
That was the Brooklyn show. That was at the Sports Arena show. What's it called?
The Barclays Center?
Barclays Center. Thank you.
I can't believe they're so big now that they're playing the Barclays Center. That's insane. It's like I saw Paul McCartney there.
They're shooting for the moon, They're shooting
Hey,
for
it's great. I
Hey,
support it. It's all
listen,
good.
I don't. If you make your money, do your art. Just don't make sure your art isn't convoluted or isn't there for the money. Just let them catch up to you.
that sounds like a good time to promote my shit. What do you think?
Yes.
You guys should go check out my art.
Mm-hmm.
You should go to Bandcamp and stream my album, Welcome to My Pity Party, and the new music video as well. I don't know if I played that on this show yet. Anyway, maybe I'll do that at the ending.
You
I got
should.
a
You should.
tribute to Jack Terrycloth from the World Inferno that I'm on a
God.
cassette. You can buy a cassette. The new album is almost done. And then, of course, as always, I haven't been talking about this as much, but I am still working on The Life and Slimes of Dukey, Flyswatter, and Haunted Garage. I just interviewed, now I can say this because it has happened. I just interviewed Rick Agnew for it.
Mm.
I just interviewed Brian
So the
Slagle from
adolescents
Metal
and
Blade
Christian
Records.
Death and-
Yeah.
I've met him. Well, I
Yeah,
met him.
Brian. How do you know Brian?
No, Rick Agnew.
Oh, Rick. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
he was an interesting dude.
I don't know if I could say this, but he is dating Chatan.
Yeah, I think that's known.
Is it known? Okay, I don't know.
I think so.
wasn't
Yeah, I
sure.
know about it. Yeah.
I got William. All right, let me do some name dropping then.
Yeah,
I?
name drop. Yeah, let's hear it.
My
I
friend
just did
Dave,
it, so you do it.
My friend Dave Batts owns had an amazing
Is
death
he
row
from the
party.
Brick Bats, or is that something else?
Dave Batts?
Yeah.
No. He
No.
has a party called Lisa Batts. Well, had a party called
Oh,
Lisa
in
Batts.
LA?
Yeah,
They
Dude,
had
he's
Haunted
amazing.
Garage play once.
He's amazing. Yeah,
Okay.
he's
Cool.
amazing. So him and Jen Batts, they run the night, and it was my first time there, but I think it was my second time there. And we walked through the doors into the club, and the first person I see is William Faith. The first person is William Faith. So we're walking. Mom and I are walking into the door, and we're walking in. Oh, hey, Sean, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And it was like, oh, hey, come meet my friends. And it was like, your friends are Jeton Dimon, Rick Agnew, and there comes Dave and Jen. And it's like, this is like the best party ever. It's like the
Nice.
coolest party ever.
Yeah, I should get Jatan in there too.
I have a picture. There's a picture somewhere. The mom that I took. It's because she's really small.
Yeah, I saw her play once.
So I hugged her, and I said, I don't want to let you go. I don't want to let you go. She's like, you're gonna have to eventually. I'm like, I know, but not now.
Aw.
It was really so cute. It was a lovely night. It was a great club. At least the Bass was freaking awesome.
Yeah, I like the LA scene whenever I'm over there. I'm not there very often, but man, their goth parties pop off.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh yeah, New York maybe not shit compared to this.
New York, and I'll get hate for this, but I think New York, when it comes to LA, I think
fractured.
LA has the weather.
Yeah.
And they have the space.
Yeah. I mean, Bar Sinister is just so cool looking.
New Yorkers, people live here to, people, you can't compare it. It's a different lifestyle. People are just happy to be alive when you're living in New York. It's a tragic hardship to live here. And in LA, people like, yeah, man, just did some yoga. I'm going to go to a death rock party. All right. Cool. All right.
Speaking of death rock parties, I think it's about time we talk about the Red Party.
Yay, boo! Yay, boo!
So actually, I guess this is the time where I should tell my little story about the Red Party. From my recollection, I was at the first Red Party ever, which apparently was in March at the Orchard Bar, right?
Yes, I love that place so much.
And I mean, so when was that? 15, 16 years ago?
It was over 16 years ago. It was March, whatever year that was.
Oh my God. So I'm there. I'm a young goth, I guess. Young little whippersnapper, yeah. Fucking 17 years ago already. Jesus Christ. I go to the first Red Party at Orchard Bar. I don't know Sean. I'm broke as F, and I am there drinking a PBR because it's the cheapest thing. And you walk over and you're like, what are you doing drinking a PBR? Get this man a whiskey shot. And that's how I was introduced to you.
That's like the best ever introduction in the whole entire world.
I was like, all right, cool. I like this. I'm going to keep coming back here. And now I guess, the people know that now I work for the party doing photography.
Thank
And it's
God.
my favorite job.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank
you.
God for me too. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh, we needed you. We needed you so bad. We needed you so hard. Oh my God. Thank
And
you.
I can let's see.
You're the bestest ever. Thank you.
Well, it's
So what-
the most fun job that I have, I think.
Well,
And like you were saying about people dressing up back in the day, like people dress up for Red Party, you know, people bring the fashion.
it's different, and
Oops.
I'm not besmirching anyone. Please,
We
it's
can look
just
through
that,
some photos.
yeah, it was different. Again, I hate looking backwards, but like it was again, you're younger, so it's so much different. Like you would spend more time getting ready and hanging out than you would in the club,
Mhm.
kind of thing. Like you would. It was more of the process was almost the journey was more of the reward than the actual destination. And that's not saying nothing about the destination, because God knows we had the best of times. We really did. I mean, we ran the city and we ran into the ground.
I love taking pictures at this party, especially outside with the city lights and the bank in the
Oh yeah,
background.
I know you love. I noticed that. I noticed you like to get. You didn't.
Well, inside is very dark, man.
It is.
It's hard to take. I mean, it's fine. That's the vibe. Yeah, it's my favorite job. It's easy. It's fun. The people are great. So tell me about starting the Red Party. Why did you start the Red Party?
It's a very easy story because there was no thought. We didn't plan on doing our own party. Myself, Mandana, and Hal, who ran the Batcave, when Webster Hall bought out the club, they wanted to bring in bar service and hip hop parties. They kind of were pushing out our party. Well, I shouldn't say our party. I should say Hal's party. He ran it, and it was over. So he was looking for a new space to do the party again. And so we're all friends. We get along very well, very well. And we drove around Manhattan with a list of clubs, with a list of places or potential. Now, keep in mind, Batcave was huge. It was a very massive club. It was a weekly, first of all. And in its heyday, it was, hitting more than like 700 people. It's ridiculous for a golf
Yeah,
club.
that was a big
But
scene. Yeah.
it was a huge scene, but also you remember it was 18 and over. It was 18 and over. It became
I have a story about trying to get into the Batcave and not being able to when I was underage once too. Tapping the vein was
should have hopped
playing.
the fence.
I could not hop the fence into that building. That's a whole different story. I think I did that on my brother's episode.
But yeah, so we were looking for a venue for the Batcave, and it was really a bad time for the music scene, so especially alternative music scene. It was really bad. We went to a few places that could probably fit maybe 300 people, and they wanted so much money, and the places were run down. There was no sound system. It was like a week of
Was
looking.
this like 2006, 2007 ish?
Yeah. And it was really, really a sad state of affairs. It really wasn't, especially coming from such a great club that what people cared about the equipment. People cared about the speakers. People cared about the wires. People cared about the details. And then you realize when you leave that not everyone does. Not everyone actually gives a crap. And so you go to these places and going, this is like so dank. This is rank. This is horrible. We couldn't find any place for it. But whilst we were looking, Mandana walks into this Irish place and goes, I'm outside talking to Hal. And she's like, you should come in here, Sean. This will not work. Obviously, it won't work for the Batcave, but this is kind of up your alley. So I walked in, very long bar. Then you make a left. It opens up into a dance floor space with a projection.
Yes, and I remember Haxon being the projection for
Yeah,
a while.
heck yeah, heck.
You got to bring that back.
Oh, absolutely. I felt for a while I was playing it too much. I didn't want to.
It's so great though.
But it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, so I fell in love with the space before I fell in love with the people who worked there, and I fell in love with the people who worked there very easily. They were all like in their 20s, off the boat, Irish, literally off the boat. They all put their money together. They bought a bar in New York, and we sat down. They put a bottle of power. I'm still going to do a tattoo. I want to get this tattooed. It was a really beautiful thing. So they put a bottle of Powers right there, and they're kind of like daring me to do a party. They're kind of like daring me, like going, "Well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do here? Oh, goth. Oh, that fucking goth shit. Oh, I'm like, I'm not gonna do an Irish accent. I don't want to do an Irish accent." But they were like, just like, and as we're talking about the music in the background, they start fucking playing The Cure and Sisters of Mercy, and they're like, "We freaking love this." I didn't use the F word. It's like we
Dude,
freaking
it's fine.
love. We freaking love this music. You seem all right. Let's do this. Let's do it. And their personality, the way they did things was very, very important because it taught me how to do things. It was like, yeah, we get along. I like you. You're not an idiot.
Yeah, that's a good vibe.
Let's do this. Let's just do it. Here, here's some whiskey. Let's make this happen. And I regret calling it the Red Party because I told this story so many times because people ask me, "Why are you calling it the Red Party?"
That was my next question. Why is it called the Red Party?
Because the fucking wall. Excuse me. The wall was red. So I'm literally. This is on my mother's grave. On my mother's grave, who was a saint. My mother was a saint. On her grave, we have a bottle of Powers. I'm doing shots with the bartenders. This is actually we came back. So Manda and me and Hal and Joey. Joey was there too. Joey. We were all there. I came back with my friend Peter. No, Peter wasn't there the first time. No, he wasn't there. It was just me. We came back. I was just drinking whiskey with them, and I took the shot of whiskey. The shot in my hand. The wall was red.
And
But
didn't you? Okay.
So
you didn't fall back or anything?
No, but I'm thinking it's a goth party. Goth is its lowest point. It's not going to last long. Why would you ever think a goth party was going to last? Period.
17 years.
I know, but at that time, hindsight, it's a wonderful
Holy
thing.
crap.
Got it. And so the Red Party, I could have thought of so many cooler names, but it wasn't really a thing. It wasn't an idea to do that. I wasn't in that. It was me being just not having the wherewithal to actually understand that maybe this will last more than a couple of months, which
Right.
again, it's a goth party in New York City. I'm thinking, well, we'll get a few guitars out of this, get some memories, have some booze, and make some new friends, and it'll be great. But also, I advertised it, and it's always been advertised. It's an only goth party, meaning that no industrial. Again, I love industrial music. No new wave. Love new wave music. No industrial, no wave. No synth pop. None of that. None. Zero.
There's plenty of other parties for that. Yeah.
Exactly. I felt that we got relegated into the back cave. Our room was always packed in the back cave. Our room was always packed. Always. But we had a smaller room. And the bigger rooms were for synth pop, industrial, EBM, and all that kind of music, which is good. Fine. It's more popular, and it's the way it should be. But you're not giving us a chance, which, again, it ain't your job to do that. But it's my job to do that. So I said, you know what? Only goth. There's so much great music. Let's just only goth. And people going, you just can't do an only goth party. You can't.
Really? Nobody had done that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I had so many DJs going, are you really going to do this? I'm like, yeah, why not? What's the big deal? Nothing to lose. It ain't costing me nothing. It's only my time. It's like, what's the big deal? If it fails, it fails. But again, at that point, you're not thinking like, it's not a win or lose. It's just do. It's what it is. And we had a line out the door the first night. There was people going like, we want to see a goth party. We want to go to a real goth party. Not saying there weren't other real goth parties. There are a lot of great other real goth parties before, but not at that time. And so we hit out at the ballpark. We did really good. We didn't screw up, which we can screw up. Trust me, we can screw up.
What was the first band that ever played the Red Party?
It's a very sexy question, and I know the answer. The Cross Between.
Okay.
Caesar's band was the first band we ever had, and the second band. Oh, why did I say that? I just put myself in a trap.
You're on the spot now.
Oh God, I can't remember.
It's okay if you don't.
But we didn't do live bands. There was a stage, but it wasn't that big. We didn't do live
Right.
bands until Mercury Lounge.
Yeah, how did the Mercury Lounge thing happen?
March Violets. The March Violets. And also, this is Patrick. I have to give him props. Me and Pat did Salvation, a really successful party here in New York. I left with very good reason. Nothing to do with Patrick, but with very good reason I left the party. I named the party. I started the party. Blah 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 blah. But I left the party going, nope, don't like this. Don't like that. Nothing to do with Patrick. He poor. I baggaged Patrick with the shit. I'm sorry, Patrick. But but Mondon was still doing the door when they moved to Don Hills because we were all still friends, but just the working conditions.
Oh yeah, Don Hills.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Which party was theirs? Salvation.
And
Don Hills
so
was fun.
it was. I think
I played there once.
could have been Cy, could have been Rosie. I can't remember whom. I don't know. I actually reached out to Patrick. Listen, we're reforming and we want to play New York. Do you know anywhere I can play? And Patrick was like, yeah, we can do something. And Patrick came to me and said, listen, Sean, because I was doing Red Party at that time and doing other things at that time, Red Underworld. I was quite the busy beaver.
You're still doing Underworld.
Oh God, it's so packed now. It's
Dude,
crazy.
Yeah, St. Vitus rules, man. That's a cool place.
We're Underworld is one of those parties. Is like I don't have to do nothing for it. It's just packed. It's just
It's cool there because if you go to the show,
I love it.
Whatever show they're having that night, there's like an hour leeway where you can just kind of hang out and just blend into the next party. So you get a lot of people carried over from the show, kind of just wander in.
I love it.
Yeah,
it happens sometimes. A lot of times it'll empty out completely, depending on the bands.
Right.
I honestly I prefer if they all empty out. If they all just leave, which happens a lot, I prefer it. Start with a clean slate. With a lot of the metal bands, they make a mess. They half empty beer bottles. I'm cleaning it up. The stage is all full of sweat and it's all slippery.
Right.
I'll clean that up. Done just me. And the smell. The rank odor of heavy sweat.
Yeah. It's a lot of metal dudes in a small place.
It's palpable. It's really bad. So
like armpits.
It's like we open all the doors. It's like, all right, and thank God, it does clear out pretty. They have good ventilation there. It works.
Oh, good.
It works really well. It works really well. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm still doing this. I'm 50 years old. I'm on stage at St. Vitus. I'm just like half empty cans of PBR and sweat. It's like, why am I doing this? But then the place is packed and everyone's screaming and you're having such a great time. This is why. This is why. Because I'm still a little kid loving the music I still loved then. I still love now.
Here I found. So this was going back. This was Orchard.
Oh yeah.
This is what you were talking about. And this is, I believe, Mandana take these pictures. There's me in the center.
Awesome.
And then there's some other pictures from that night. This must have been at least 15, 16 years ago.
I remember that purple wall. Oh my, I love that place so much. You remember the bathroom with the Playboys?
Kind of.
I love that place.
Familiar.
I love that place. Ray, James, rest in peace, Denver. We had such the best time there. And we actually were so loyal to that place. The community board shut it down for a while, and we got offers to go other places. And I'm like, no, we are Orchard Bar. We are Orchard Bar. And we had I think about 3 or 4 months where we didn't do anything. Excuse me, burp. And I was like, no, I'm not going anywhere. These are our people. This is where we belong. This is it. You know. And I waited, and every few weeks, like, Ray, any movement, any we don't know. We don't know. I'm like, all right, I'll wait. I don't care. Screw them. I don't care. They're loyal to us. We're loyal to them. That's it. Because our bar, Goth's Drink, our bar rang amazing. Our bar was insane. It's a great thing for bartenders. It was a great thing for the club. It was the right thing.
It's not past anyone's bedtime yet, right?
You want to talk? Do you want to actually do the interview as me as I have a cigarette?
Yes, I'll
What?
pretend to be Sean.
Yeah.
Be Sean.
Wait, we have a question. When's the next Underworld? Anyone know?
That's a very sexy question. We're not doing one in September because of Murder Crows. So we're doing one, I guess, in October.
Yeah, when you come back, we got to talk about Murder of Crows.
Oh yeah, really?
Jeez, you guys just talking about music.
You know, I'm a very interesting man. I'm very dynamic. I'm very
Sell yourself, Sean. Sell yourself.
I'm a very powerful man.
Actually, it's true. It's kind of true.
Wow.
This is a good, you guys just worked up this camera.
London did. I didn't do
could've
anything.
given you a
That's all.
stand.
That's all London. Come on.
Go-
Can you
go-
imagine me
go
doing
get-
things?
Go get your cancer.
All right,
I'll pretend to be you.
she's gonna.
I can answer
so
questions.
fun
Yeah,
fact.
yeah.
So fun fact: Hillary is going to be the kitten wrangler of Murder Crows again. So all the DJs.
But I'm not going to pick up underwear off the stage.
You're not.
Mm-mm.
Who's going to do that?
I'll pick up drumsticks off the stage.
Okay. You're going to pick up the underwear.
Isn't that what a kitten wrangler is?
Kitten? No, is it really?
Like, at the burlesque shows, they have a
Oh,
kitten.
it's called.
Yeah, they have a
I
kitten.
think it's like wrangling kittens.
Stage
with
kitten.
artists
Stage
that are all-
kitten. I think they call them stage kittens.
I had no idea about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm such an
Yeah,
innocent.
Oh, you're such a liar.
I think the
Oh,
kitten
really?
wranglers are at the zoo.
I'm a good Catholic boy.
Yeah.
My new couch? This is my new
Awesome.
couch.
The
I just
couch is in-
literally just got it last night.
How much?
Wow.
Well, they were asking 500. I got them down to 350. Hi, I'm Sean.
Hello, Hi-Fi Hillary.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
I didn't know this was live.
Yeah, it's live.
That's so crazy. You
Surprise.
didn't. I'm going to interview you.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to know?
So Kevin, tell me about this show that you do. Is this weekly? Is it bi-weekly? How
It's
often do you do this?
mostly bi-weekly now. It started weekly, but then it was too much. I got to do my Guar pods in the middle somewhere. And I do another show about Phantom of the Opera. But this is like my normal show. Yeah.
Wait. What do you mean a show about Phantom of the Opera?
I do this, but I talk to people about Phantom of the Opera.
I've never seen that.
Like any version ever?
No.
Like
I've
Lon
seen
Chaney,
the
Claude
cover.
Rains, Robert England, Andrew Lloyd Webber.
My dad and my stepmother really, really liked it. They would go see it a lot, and they would in Ohio.
Okay.
And then they would play the soundtrack a lot. So I didn't really like it.
Sponsored by beer.
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
you
do
would
like
be a terrible guest for that show.
we talked about that already.
Or you would maybe a perfect guest if we introduced you to one and had you talk about it.
wait, say that again?
If
What?
if as a guest on the show, we would have you watch like a Phantom movie that you've never seen before and then react to it. That could be an angle.
You could totally have me as a guest on the show. I don't know why you haven't asked.
Yeah, well, all right. Found a Phantom. We're
No,
gonna,
but wait,
we're
it's
gonna
my
have to
turn to
think
ask
about
you
it.
another question.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You do this as often as you can. And so I did interviews for a long time for my weekly Twitch show, Cal Shelter.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work, but
Mhm.
you're doing it differently. You're just doing it live. I would do the interview and then I would edit. And
That's
would
what I
throw-
used to do. Yeah, I had a web TV show in like 2009-ish called Twilight Vision,
Okay.
and that's kind of how I did it. Like it was a whole production.
Yeah.
And then that's why it stopped. Like nobody was paying me and it was way too much work. Although I got into some great free shows, but it was way too much post-production. So now that I found this live format, it's like I don't have to do anything once it's done.
And you have to be careful though, right? You can't play music because you can't curse.
You can curse. I think it just dings you on the algorithm a little bit, or like I don't know. I'm not monetized yet, so I'm not losing any money for it
Are
yet.
you looking to do that?
Sure. Yeah. Everybody subscribe right now. Please help me. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I need like 100 more.
To push.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Help me out, man. I got it. The post-production would be clipping this out, which is something that I need to start doing more of. But yeah. I
All right,
like
so
that
tell me
there's no post
how
production.
did you get started doing this?
I was doing a lot of press for this documentary that I'm making called where's my props? The Life and Slimes of Dukey, Flyswatter, and Haunted Garage.
Well, that's really complicated.
So I would be doing like podcasts maybe 2 or 3 times a day sometimes. And I just kind of started to understand what they were doing and thinking, you know what? I could do a better show than this. I know interesting people, you know? And I do. It's like everyone I know is interesting and worth talking to, you know, whether they're just friends from high school
Totally agree.
or like DJ Lord Sean.
Tell me about your tech. What do you have? What do you use? What's your camera?
I have
What
a
are your
laptop.
lights?
It's just a laptop, a Mac
Your
laptop.
light?
I have
Wait, this is your Mac laptop camera?
Mhm.
Oh, it must be a new Mac.
I mean, it's from a year or 2 ago. I mean, it's pretty modern.
It looks good.
Yeah, it works. I have a lav mic that I plug into a
That's
little
Focusrite?
box or Focusrite. Yeah.
The full channel
Chris
one?
Mack sold this to me at Sam somewhere that he used to work.
I think it's like Sam Goody.
Oh man, that would have been fun. No, I don't think it's that old.
Got it.
That's pretty much it. I use this site called StreamYard.
Yep.
Which just opens straight up in your browser. Nobody has to. The old punk rockers can figure it out, you know.
You just send a link and they click it.
Yeah, and then I can.
Is it a monthly subscription?
I think so. Yeah, I mean there is a free version, but you know, I definitely pay for it, so I get more of the features and I can download it and everything like that. It's higher quality too.
Did you just do that with a physical button like on an Elgato Stream Deck, or was that
No, this is all within the browser StreamYards. Yeah, so I can pull up websites and photos and videos, and I had this one up. I stopped at this one specifically because were you here this night when Deadly Fecko was playing?
Yep.
Okay. Well, do you see this bus in the background? That's black bus.
Mm-hmm.
You know who got off of that bus? Butch Vig.
Oh, I remember when he came in. Yeah.
He came in?
Yeah. He didn't come all the way in. He just came to the door.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. We were just like.
Yeah. I mean,
we got to meet Butch Vig very briefly. Yeah. I mean, he produced some of my favorite records of all time.
Oh,
you know, he actually there's a whole story about him almost producing the band that I'm doing the documentary about.
Oh, okay.
Haunted Garage. So, Butch, if you're watching and you want to do an interview, I didn't quite get to ask him. It was more just like a very, you know, we didn't really want to bother him because he's just getting his luggage out of his tour bus and everything. But holy crap, I love Garbage. So that was cool. We didn't tell anybody about it. We were just like,
that reveals your age.
Hey, man. Yeah.
It reveals your age, because for me, Garbage was like later. You know, I was like, okay, but that reveals his age.
Yeah, I was like 11 or 12 when that came out. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pass it over to the real show.
No.
All right, but wait, before you go, show us your shirt because that's gonna be our segue.
This is Murder of Crows #2.
Yeah.
This is the second one.
We're okay. Let's talk about Murder of Crows because that's what's coming up.
Murder. Red Rum.
So this is like the evolution of the Red Party, or you know, it just seems like a lot more work. Tell me about Murder of Crows and why did that start happening?
I'm sorry, what was the question? What's the question?
Why did Murder of Crows start happening? How did that happen?
It was actually a really cool, wonderful story. It was very, very a very sweet story, believe it or not. I have a lot of great friends who are much better DJs than I am. That's for sure. We were at Wave Gothic Treffen, WGT. We were in Leipzig. I was DJing the Thursday party at Morris Bastei. And at that time, you would DJ till like 8 in.the morning, you know, or like you still do. I just DJ'd it this year. What am I talking about? We DJ'd until 8 in.the. Anyway, you would DJ forever and ever and ever and ever, and we're all drunk. We're all just like completely blitz. Like we're just getting free booze, warm beer is all stacked up in crates behind the DJ booth, and there's no AC at all, so it's like a heat box. So the beer is just like You're drinking like hot lava beer. And so I get a bunch of the beers. And my friends are there. Dave Batts from Lisa Batts, Martin Olgoth from England, who's like the first goth DJ ever. And like these are great figures. These are great icons of the goth DJ scene. These guys are just like these are the guys, you know. And so I'm here with them, and we went outside because it's so hot in there because everyone's dancing, everyone's going crazy. You know, this is Treffen, this is Germany, and you can't fuck up. You can't. I mean, you can try, and trust me, I have had moments. But people they're there for a reason. They're there to party. They're there to dance. They're here to listen to goth. Yeah, that's it. So we're outside on the patio. It's like a bunker, so it's all underground. And you have these steps, and you have these little rooms outside. You come up, it's all underground. So you come up, and it's so nice out. The sun's out, the birds are chirping, and I'm sitting there with Dave and Martin and Ralph Thiessen, German DJ, and we're all sitting there and going, "This is, we're talking about like we should do this in America. We should do our own party." And so we didn't have a name. We're just drunk. And we're just thinking we all should hang out and get together in America and do this all together, all of us together. I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yes, somewhere where I don't have to take a plane.
So, well, New York became de facto because what it was going to be was ideally was New York was like the pinned center location where you had L.A., Europe, New York. So the onus, I guess, was on me. So this drunken conversation, and we're planning this fake no-name festival, talking about our favorite bands, who do you want to get, who's going to DJ, and all this stuff, and blah blah blah. And we're just talking about, but again, is it real or is it just drunken nonsense? It's both. And so after Treffen's over, we're all back in our own homes, whatnot. And we get a thread going, I think, on Facebook, and you're like, do you guys still want to do this? It's like, yeah, what should we call it? And I was so Murder Crows, the name Murder Crows came up. I'm like, oh God, it sounds so heavy-handed. It sounds okay. Murder Crows it is. Let's Murder Crows. And so we, after all these years, we know a lot of the bands, through all these decades, we know all the bands and all the people. And so it wasn't that hard, but the hardest part was just, we don't know how to throw festivals. We still don't know how to throw festivals, but we have a love of the music, and love for the crew, love for the tribe, love for all of it. And so it came out really organically and very innocently. We lose money all the time. We don't make any money. We lose money. But what we get out of it, though, it's not about money. It's just about like, I can't believe we actually did that. I can't believe so-and-so is on our stage. I can't believe we just.
You're breaking bands, man. Boy Harsher played.
It's ridiculous the amount of stuff that they allow us to do, and it's fun and it's good. It's healthy. It's actually it's a lovely situation, and I love it. Dave was just playing a lot of videos from the earlier Crows today on his Twitch show. I'm watching the videos for the first time. Going,
I have some more for you. Well, from another one.
Oh my God, let me see.
Well, let's see. Well, this is the one coming up.
Yeah,
right.
That lineup is so sick. That lineup.
I honestly, as I told you, I'm a fake goth. I don't really know these groups, but I'm excited to see them, and discover new music.
First of all, Icon is from Australia. They never played America. Children on Stun, the legendary goth band, they never played New York. I don't think they ever played America. It's insane. Topographies, who's opening the festival, Neon Cross we've had before. This lineup is just, it's nuts. I love this lineup. We always have it.
Fun. I'll be there with my camera, so everyone come dressed up and get your picture taken.
I love it. It's just like this. I'm just like, I'm nervous. You know what it is? The bigger it gets, the bigger bands we get, the more stressed out I get. You have more to lose. You have more chances to fuck up on a wider scale. And I'm always like, I said so on Twitch the other day. I'm like going, yeah, it's coming up, and I'm freaking out.
Next week, right?
Yeah,
Holy
exactly.
crap.
Thanks.
So a week from tomorrow.
Thanks for freaking me out.
Well, that's why we want to promote it here, so everyone can go buy a ticket. Go subscribe to my channel and then go buy a ticket to Murder of Crows.
We have like 25 of the best DJs in the world from all over the place. It's ridiculous, all these DJs we have.
One of them's you.
I know.
Hi-Fi Hillary.
I know.
We got Kangle.
You can't read it, can you?
Matt B. Christ. Mark Splatter. Mistress again. McCutcheon.
Oh my God.
Martin, so many names.
Dave, Adrian, Ms. Margot, who I went to college with. It's insane.
Nice. Well, I don't know if you remember this. I pulled these from the archives, but I don't know which one this was.
Oh yeah, Brooke. Oh my God, this show is amazing.
But you hired me to do photos and videos for this one.
Did I?
Yeah, and I'm better now, but I thought I would show. It looks like this one sold out. Do you remember this place, the Brooklyn Bazaar?
Oh, are you kidding me? I was talking about this thing. The thing was amazing. The staff was really great. The staff was really. I
just wanted to show. This is all just raw footage, all right? But like, this was walking into the place. This place was so crazy.
The venue was outstanding. We had such a great time there. And also, the one thing I missed also about it was so big. We were able to actually do a charity work. So we had a market downstairs, and all the money went to a very well. It went to Sophie Lancaster, the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Every single cent, and that was wonderful. So we did that for a few years, and it worked out really well. And we actually raised a lot of money. We raised a lot of money for a really good charity, and I was like really, really happy with myself. Just that we got able to do that.
What happened to this place? I don't think it's there anymore. But what a crazy! This place was big too.
This place was huge, and that place was packed.
Yeah, I mean this is right before everyone.
But oh my God, it was packed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was great. Also, again, great. I hate that banner. That poor Red Party banner has been through the ringer. We need a new banner. Oh my God, we don't do enough. We don't do enough of that. We should brand ourselves more, but it's just not in our psyche. It's not in our mindset to do that. But we need to brand ourselves more.
That's you.
That's me. That is me. I'm wearing a Red Party shirt. I think I am. Oh, the crew.
I can't tell.
That's our crew.
I've pulled a couple selections. I don't know if these are edited or anything, but you know.
Oh my God.
There's Patrick. Well, that's my friend Claudia. I just wanted to throw that in there. She used to work at Arlene's Grocery and stuff. I did a video with two of these people, Emery Blue and Johnny. There's some photos.
Yeah, I'm doing Chameleons again. I've booked them a few times.
Oh, right. And I wanted to show this for a specific reason. Although I got to get my slideshows went away when my power went out, so I got to get that back. But do you know who this is? Zora Atash?
Yeah, of course I do. Oh my God. Are you joking?
Well, that's going to be the next episode. She's going to be here with me. Yeah, she's got a new album out, and Lydia Lunch is on it.
No, she was Azar Swarn. We had them play it a couple of times.
Yeah, and before that, she was Religious to Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be on the show next September 7th. So
sweet. Awesome.
Go to Murder of Crows and then come back.
Tell her I said hi, please. Tell her I said hi.
Yeah, I will. And then I was like, oh my God, there's a picture of her in here at the Murder of Crows. So
that was a fantastic venue. We loved it so much. So again, it's really important to say that it means a lot when like you get the support of the venue. You know, a lot of times they don't know what you're doing, you know, or they don't care what you're doing. You just know the show.
This is Boy Harsher.
Yeah,
dude, they blew up, right?
Yeah, they blew up.
I had no idea who they were, and now like they're everywhere.
We did this a lot. I mean, we discovered a lot of bands, you know, and like kept with it.
Yeah.
But that was a great show. Oh my god.
Well, I have all this stuff that I never did anything with. If you.
Oh my god,
need it.
yes. Oh my god, I'd love to just watch it.
Yeah.
I told you Dave was playing some earlier today, and I was like, oh my god, I was there. I'm watching it next to him as he's playing it, going, oh my god. I don't remember it the way, you know.
Which band is this?
Oh my god. Oh my, and I'm on the side of the stage. I'm actually watching the show, I guess, near
There you
you.
go.
I just DJ'd with him.
Oh yeah.
At TBI, and he did say I was the best DJ he ever heard. So
Wow.
I'm just putting it out there. I have a picture of Mark Burgess trying to give me a $20 tip.
Nice.
Like, oh man, your playing was incredible. Oh, you were playing the best. And also, I don't think he actually remembered the last time I booked him. I don't think he really remembered who I was.
That's funny.
It is what it is. I don't care.
All right, let's see what I got here. Whoops. I told that story. I figure let's just do some more slides and we'll end it there.
Oh yeah.
Is this for Vampire Freaks or something?
Yeah. Back in the day, I was a model for a little while, and this is actually after I was a model. But yeah, Jet, who I love, Jet does Dark Force Fest. It's called Dark Force Fest, right? Am I getting the right?
Yes, it's called Dark Force Fest now. Yes.
It went through a couple of names. I kept on calling the old name to Jet.
I know.
Really bad.
Yeah, and I'll. There was just a video came out like last week that I put together from the last Dark Force Fest. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Jet is amazing. Dark Force Fest we had such the best time this year.
Yeah, and that's when you were like, "How come you don't work for my party?" And I'm like, "I don't know. You haven't asked me to work for your party."
Oh, Jet!
You're like, okay, well, you work for my party now. I'm like, okay, that sounds good.
I was his token goth DJ for a long time. Oh,
yeah, and they put you in like the side room, man.
Yeah. Which was always packed, by the way.
It was fun. Yeah, I had to go. Once I found it, I was like, okay, this is cool.
All right, I'll tell you an awesome story. I'll tell you a really cool. Jet will hate me for this, but fuck you, Jet. I'll tell you a great Jet story.
Go find his. He was on this show. Go watch his episode.
First of all, I love Jet forever and ever. He's amazing. And again, what he does with Dark Force Fest, I'm amazed how well it's produced.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a Murder Crows like times 10.
Oh my god, he does such a great job. I'm really happy for him. I was DJing at was Santos Party House.
Oh my god, yeah, Andrew WK's club.
Yes, and I was DJing for Covenant. Covenant was playing.
Right, and Jet used to do his Cybertron parties there.
Yes. And so we were downstairs. No, I'm sorry. We were upstairs. I'm sorry. There's 2 floors. I was upstairs.
And I saw Marky Ramone there.
I've met him a couple of times also. He used my bathroom at the Mercury Lounge.
Nice.
Pat was like,
I didn't meet him, but I saw him play with Andrew WK singing.
I'm having a cigarette going. Yeah, he's pissing right
now. Chris did a couple parties there too. He did a couple stimulates there. I remember Meat Beat Manifesto was there.
Oh yeah, I didn't go to that show.
I was there.
Mom did the door for that show.
Oh yeah,
yeah, for Jack Dangers. Jack Dangers actually emailed her afterwards.
That's funny.
I love Meat Beat Manifest. I've been on a Pop Will Eat Itself kick for the last.
Oh yeah, that was Pop Will Eat Itself's great. I mean, he's such a famous.
I know he's so popular now. He's huge in Hollywood. He's like Hollywood soundtracks.
Yeah, man.
Who knew he would come from Pop Will Eat Itself into doing like Darren Aronofsky films? It's like that's like so weird, but why not?
Yeah,
that's
man.
Cool.
Wise up, sucker.
Yeah. Such a great song.
Yeah. Oh, Pop Will Eat Itself played at Santos too, I believe, but not with Clint Mansell. Yeah, it was the other guy. I
was DJing for the Covenant show, and it was me, Joey, my friend Joey was DJing, and Jet was supposed to DJ. I put bunny ear quotes there because he got wasted really early on. He got totally wasted. Jet was like totally trashed, and and he kind of like couldn't DJ, and so we had a sheet, our time sheet, all the DJs' names on it. It was really great because he was, now keep in mind he's passed out at this point. It's early on. This is before anything's happening. And on my name, so it's like all the time. So it's like there's Jet's name, there's Joey's name, there's my name, and under my name, up there, every name is like Sean Templar, Enterprise, no Death Rock.
What?
Yeah. So you don't want to play any Death Rock. It's an industrial night. I get it. It's an industrial night. It's Covenant, not industrial, but it's Covenant, and the people, the crowds there is, they don't want to hear 45 Grays. They don't hear Cinema Strange. They want to hear, some Wolfsheim, some A-pop, BB Nation. I don't know. And so, but Jet's passed out. So I see it says on the thing, no Death Rock. So what do I do? Start
playing some Death Rock. Yeah, what band were you playing?
I just go right into it. I think my first time I played was like Code Blue by TSOL. It's like when right into Christian Death, I was like, all right, we're just gonna do this. And people are dancing. People are having a really great fucking time with it. Because again, don't underestimate your audience. They're there to see Covenant. They're there for a specific show. And I did go back and forth. But at the same time, switch it up. It's okay. It's okay. No one's gonna die. It's all good.
I found it.
Oh, cool. Oh, I'm like, how'd you find that?
I Googled it real quick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sure I was there. So I worked for both of those parties, so I'm sure I was there.
I'm trying to think of it was that night though. But I guess it had to be that night. But I remember. Right? I don't remember
Santos Party House.
Yeah, I still remember Chris being a part of that party. I didn't see Chris that night, or I didn't see him in the beginning of the night. Maybe.
Well, your name's on there, so
yeah, that had to be the night. It has to be the night.
I don't remember it at all. That's how often I do these parties. I mean, I'm sure you get fuzzy in your head too. I'm just like.
By the way, I love Covenant.
Okay.
I love Covenant. I think they're a great band.
FGFC, I've seen like a million times. The Labyrinth, that sounds familiar.
I don't know the Labyrinth.
I don't remember them really either.
No,
I'm sure I have video footage on, somewhere.
No, but I love Covenant. I really love. I mean, oh, Sean, you're a goth. Yes, I am. But I also like Dukey music. What
would you say your favorite bands of all time are? Like,
all right, I'll give you my top 5 because it does fluctuate depending on the mood I'm in at the time.
Sure.
So it's going to sound very trite and a little boring, but it's true. So I'm not making it up. My favorite band of all time is always going to be The Cure. Always.
Did you see them recently?
Yeah, we went to 2 nights out of the 3 nights.
Nice. My brother is a huge fan of Reeves Gabrels from back in the Bowie days.
From the Bowie days and everything. Yeah. I say Bowie because it pisses people off. Bowie.
Bowie. Yeah, that's how they say it overseas.
No, they still say Bowie. I like to say because that's like the sick of the feel. Bowie. It's like saying, it's like saying certain words that you will piss people off.
Have you seen David Bowie before?
I have. I've seen Bowie twice. The last time we saw him at Roseland for a very special show. Mom and I scored huge tickets, really rare tickets for a very, very special show as Roseland.
Was it like the fan club show?
Yes, it was.
I was there, dude.
Yes, we were there
too. Did he have the sailor thing on?
Yes. He did all of Low. He did the whole album Low. He did like 4 like.
I don't remember. I don't know if I knew the album at the time, but I think I was there.
It was Roseland.
I was at Roseland.
Fan club only. He did the whole album Low.
Yeah, my brother was in the fan club, so we got tickets, and I went with him.
So Monday got the tickets, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh my god. And we went to the show, and like it was an amazing show. The bassist, I don't know who she was.
Gail Ann Dorsey.
God. Damn.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She was like.
And the drummer Zach. Well, no, he wasn't. I don't think he was in that band at the time. But Gail Ann Dorsey and Zach Alford playing together was amazing.
It was a great show.
He was from the
it was a great show.
Psychedelic Birds.
It was interrupted though, only because of the costume changes, and
they remember that.
They should have played it straight through without interruption, and then there was too much going on. I think on the stage where it shouldn't have been. The lights should have been lower because the Low is such an album there's so much going on in each song. It's it's like Eno's high point almost, I would say. And there's so much going on in every single song, like from Warsaw and everything. And it's like, I want to hear the music. Just play the music and just keep the lights really low. Make it intimate because you're playing the Roseland already, which is not a small place, but you're not playing the Coliseum.
It's small for him.
Exactly. So do it. Just do this.
R.I.P. Roseland.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that place so much.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was there because I saw him at Roseland.
I was there. Oh my god, I missed the
Yeah.
Roseland.
Okay, so wait, you said The Cure. That was number 1.
I'm sorry. See, tangent.
Okay. I had to. I caused this one.
No, well, always The Cure, Fields of Nephilim, The Damned, New Metal Army.
What about even their current stuff? Like,
no,
is there
no?
Like, is there certain eras of The Damned? Because
I get shit for this because I'm an old school fan.
I don't know about their Ziggy Stardust cover. That's all I'm saying.
When it comes to The Damned, I do love Neat Neat Neat. Machine Gun Etiquette. Machine Gun Etiquette is a great album, but, and I'm a huge Captain Sensible fan, but I love Roman Jugs. And I thought from the Eloise period onwards, or the Nasty Young Ones period. So they played the Young Ones, TV show Young Ones.
Yeah.
The Damned are on it, and they played Nasty with Roman Jugs and Captain Sensible.
Mm.
I think that was the last show with Captain Sensible at that time, was at the Young Ones recording of it.
Mm.
And then from there, they went to Phantasmagoria
and
To Anything. I love those albums, but Damned purists, if they hear that, they'll punch you in the mouth. What? But I grew up on those albums. Those are the albums I grew up on. Like I had my fucking Walkman. Riding my bike, I'm listening to Phantasmagoria. Not even like Machine Gun Etiquette. Not even the Black Album. None of that. Or Strawberries. I was listening to it's a goth. And Dave Vanyan's voice is so melodramatic and so strong. It lends itself so perfectly to Phantasmagoria. That was his album, and also his side project, which I love. I saw him at Limelight, Dave Vanyan and the Phantom Chords, which was amazing, with Roman Jugs as well. Just great music. It's rockabilly with Dave Vanyan. Come on.
Yeah, I tried to listen to Grave Disorder again the other day.
Great album.
Yeah,
I love it. It's poppy, and I give props to the Offsprings, Dexter Holland.
Oh, right.
Because they were on Nitro Records on that album. I give so much props to Dexter Holland because the Offspring were riding high.
Sure.
And they had their own record label, Nitro Records, and
AFI was on it as well.
Exactly, and no one wanted to sign the Damned, and the Damned is Dexter Holland's favorite band. They even covered "Smash It Up."
Right? Yeah, in the Batman movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so he took a chance, and he signed them for a contract for a record deal, and he signed the Damned and did great. So I like it. I like it. Patricia Morrison on pinch on good drum.
That's when I saw them at Times Square. Was when that album came out. So
I like it.
And here's my funny story.
It's a little poppy, but I don't care.
The last time I saw the Damned, I know you were there. Was at Madison Square Garden with the Misfits.
Oh yeah, that's
and I was late, so I was watching your live feed in the subway until I got there.
It was piss. I had friends calling me up on my phone. I'm front row. I'm literally
That's why I was on the train. I'm like, well, we still got the show because Sean's screaming it.
Oh my god, I was so. They went on. So it was the Damned,
and then Rancid.
Yeah. And then the Misfits.
I wish Rancid played first.
And I don't mind I like Rancid.
Yeah, me too.
Tim Armstrong, Operation Ivy.
Yeah. I love Operation Ivy. Yeah.
I mean, it's such a great fusion, and he's very underrated. I like them. I really do. The Rancid is definitely a Clash ripoff, but if you rip off a band, rip off the Clash.
Right. I mean, yeah. It's a really good Clash ripoff.
I get it. You did it.
Yeah.
But Clash, they brought reggae. They weren't the first ones, but bring reggae and to bring dub into punk.
Yeah, totally.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I made it for the last couple songs, so I think I saw Love Song and and Neat or whatever
was a
they
good
played
show.
last. Yeah, I saw like the key songs, but yeah, I was a little disappointed that I missed the rest of that
They
set.
went on so
Oh.
no one knew. No one knew.
I know the goths, man. Like parties for us don't start till like 11 o'clock, so that
No one
those shows
knew.
are over by then.
I was told, I forget who told me, but God bless them. They said, dude, they're going on at 7
I
on the
know.
dot. On
I
the
was
dot.
trying.
On the dot. On the dot. They're going at 7. I'm like,
I was in
really?
Astoria at the
And
time.
for real, on the dot, they went on.
Oh
like,
yeah, those shows are no joke. They're
It was
definitely.
really, really. I was like, oh my God. But it was incredible to see them in the garden.
I was
know.
way up in the cheaper seats, but
We were.
I wasn't on the floor.
I was front row.
What about for the Misfits?
Same.
And were you a fan of the Misfits growing
Oh
up?
my God, of course. I mean, the shame about the Misfits was, I definitely am a fan, obviously.
Mhm.
But I always thought that like they never remastered those albums properly.
Oh, they sound terrible.
They
Yeah.
sound horrible.
That's the thing about the Misfits. They're like my favorite punk band
Never-
catalog, but they were never really a
What
good
happened to those
band.
masters?
Oh,
Like-
Glenn Danzig really fucked those up. He like recorded over them, and a lot of that stuff like actually disintegrated the last time they transferred it for the box set.
no.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to the Red Party, though. You don't think it's going to last that long. You know, you don't think that longevity is going to be there. People are going to care.
The Misfits reunion, I think, has lasted longer now than the original lineup of the band.
More than
has.
Kiss, more than Motley Crue. This time we mean it. Tour.
Hey, yeah. Hey, when you're getting millions per show instead of like trying to get to the next show back in the 80s, like I would still do it too. And I gotta shout out AC Slade for holding it down on the guitar, because it's like, dude, I was filming his bands at like Chris's parties and Jet's parties and stuff like that, you know?
Great parties, but again,
Yeah.
you know, those are all EBM parties, all industrial parties, and I
think Triton
all those
Festival
parties.
was when I saw the Dark Party last. The Dark Party, that's AC Slade's band.
Well, fun fact about the Triton Festival, the first one you did in Brooklyn,
I was there.
I got them Zymox.
I remember seeing Zymox that weekend. Yep.
Herman, what?
That was like way back, way down in Brooklyn, like by Brighton Beach.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was that was a weird fucking weekend.
Jet came to me and was like, "Hey, Sean, you know, we need some, you know, goth music. We need some, we need some, you know, it's all EVO. We need some other bands." I'm like, what do you think? I'm like, you know, Zymox at that time, like Zymox hasn't played in a while. People love them, and they skirt the line between electronic and goth, darkwave.
Yeah,
I said, if you can get them, he got them.
Hey,
he got them. He got it. And
Vampire Freaks was huge back then, man. Yeah, I remember Herman.
Herman Slava. Mm-hmm. They never heard Zymox in their lives. They had no idea. Herman was doing the lights or the sound. I forget what. So I was DJing. He was over here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, he fell in love with that band hard. He had no idea who they were. He never heard of Klein Zymox before, and he was like, gone.
I knew their hits, I guess.
Like he was just like dumbfounded. He had no idea, and so like we went upstairs. He's like, "Sean, I'm dragging you." He grabbed a bottle of vodka, and there's this little glass room that overlooks the stage.
Oh my God! Everyone got so wasted that weekend, dude. There was heavy pours. They wouldn't let you leave, and there was no food. So do the math. I remember seeing Clan of Zymox with like a headache because I was so hungover.
Actually literally passed a bottle around. So it was all Zymox and me and Herman and Mandana. We were in that little glass room, and we're literally passing around a bottle of vodka and chugging from the vodka after the show. And I'm just thinking, you know, going back to me being 15 years old, going, I'm chugging vodka with Zymox. Like this is insane. Like this was me in like high school listening to like freaking, you know, Medusa, going, and now I'm chugging vodka with him. Like, what? This is crazy. This is madness.
Our high bars are pretty low compared to most people.
No, you know what? I don't care. That's.
I know, but it's great for us because it's attainable.
I love it. I went backstage. It was the end of the show. All the beer is gone backstage. I went backstage whilst I was sitting with Zymox. I went backstage to get a beer. A beer. And Stefan from A-Pop was backstage alone. And I go, "Oh, hey, is there any beer back there?" You know, and he was so nice. He
He was
actually
the
went
singer. He was the main
Stefan, the
guy.
singer A-pop, Stefan
Yeah, yeah.
Groff.
I interviewed him once.
Such a nice guy.
Very, very, very nice guy.
He went back there, came back with a warm Bud Light or a Budweiser, or a Bud Light, whatever. And he just goes, "I'm so sorry. That's all I could find." I'm like, thank you. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you didn't have to do this. And he was just being nice. He was just generally trying to help
Very
me.
interesting
You know?
dude if you really get to talk to him.
I'm sure. I love
Um,
A-pop, by the way. I'm really letting my synth pop flag fly right now, aren't I?
Hey,
I do. 9 was such a great album.
yeah, A-pop was on
Earth
my
was
old
a great
show,
album.
Twilight Vision, that I was talking about before when you were gone, which kind of was like the proto version of what this is now. I had a web TV show in 2009, 10-ish. I wasn't the host though. I was all behind the scenes, but I produced everything.
You were the
And I,
brains, the man behind the curtains.
yeah, but that's
Love it.
why it's like, but I never liked the interviews done. I always thought I could do it better, but I couldn't do it and also film at the same time. And that's why this format now with streaming technology is way
Works.
better. But yes, if you want to go back and watch that, A-pop was on my show, and yeah, he has
I
some
don't like
interesting
his.
beliefs,
I
but
don't
he's
like
very,
his,
very, very nice.
I don't like his newer music.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I hate saying that too. I hate because he was just a nice guy, but I kind of dropped off
I hear you.
after Harmonizer, I guess.
It got a little commercial.
You know, it's like VNV Nation, kind of like I loved VNV, but then after a while, I was like, again, I hate disparaging any artists. I have no right to do that.
Sure.
You know,
It's all good.
It's all taste.
We said our nice things about them too.
Yeah. But
All
again,
right.
great bands.
I'm going back. I'm gonna shotgun through these slides and see if anything catches.
Old photo. That's me like a
Like how old were you here? Would you say
17?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, yeah, that shirt, 17.
Wow.
Yeah, that's 17. 16, believe it or not.
Oh wow, we're going back in time.
That's in a condo in Florida by Walt Disney World.
Nice.
That's what I was by my mom. That's my old house, Long Island. I had to be like 17 there for sure. That's my old pool. Aw, Alice in Wonderland statue. I was in college. I was seeing Sheila's in that. And that's downstairs at CB's gallery.
Right. I think that's why I picked this out. CB's gallery. Wow. Yeah, they used to do. See, I was again like I kind of just missed CBGB's. I was there a couple times. I saw Bad Brains the last week there. You know, like that was a highlight.
Yeah.
But I went to the gallery, but not for any parties. So I missed this whole scene here.
I used to go, and it's weird because I said I'm not a punk, but like I remember the first time I ever went to I must have been, how old was I? Such a long time ago. Maybe 17, maybe 18. I think 17 because I wasn't in the city yet. But I used to come into the city, you know, I used to go to West 4th Street, get my pack of Clove cigarettes. Haha. And Sunday, they used to do hardcore matinee shows on Sundays.
Right. Yeah. That's what they were kind of famous for a while.
It's weird to say this. It's weird because I wasn't a punk, but I love punk music. I love hardcore music. I used to go to hardcore shows.
It was a whole scene. Yeah.
The whole scene. Which is so weird because I wasn't a punk. But you went to all the shows. I know. I like the music a lot, but I'm not a punk. I'm a goth.
It's goth adjacent, you know.
I used to go to hardcore shows. I used to go to the hardcore shows, and it was really menacing from the outside and the inside. But it wasn't menacing. I guess you built it up in your mind. Coming from Long Island, coming from the suburbs, going to CBGBs, hardcore skinheads, and everything.
The scariest people are usually the nicest.
Yeah. There was some assholes. Don't get me wrong. No. There were a lot of assholes, but on the most part, like any scene, you know, any scene.
The gallery had like actual goth parties and stuff.
Oh yeah,
right? That was like a whole scene in itself.
Yeah, Althea used to run Monday nights there, and Althea used to do parties downstairs as well. And so she had me DJ there a bunch of times, and that was during I was at Batcave.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get the years right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's outside of my Mondon's old apartment. I
Oh.
wasn't living with her yet, so that's back because Optimo was there. So that had to be like a 98.
Optimo. I never heard of it.
Optimos are very famous. They don't have them anymore. Cigar shops. You
Yeah,
want
that's
cigars. You go to Optimos.
Gotcha.
Optimos. So they were everywhere. That's college.
I just
That's
like you
Dustin.
perched.
That's the guy I was telling you about.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Dustin. So that's the guy who I helped throw him under the bus. He's the guy who got kicked out of the Big Face Show for his very small t-shirt. That's him.
I missed that
But
story,
there's
so
the
I gotta.
face. There's the face.
Oh, there's the Nina Hagen.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
Nina
we're
Hagen.
back
That was
there. Oh.
she was playing with Flipper.
Oh wow.
That was in high school. Barbara. All right, so Claudia is the one on the right. That's Gerard's sister.
Hmm.
Really awesome. She's really cool. Claudia Young. Barbara's the one in the middle. She actually, I got to give her props because she got me into it wasn't like she tried to, but she got me into Alien Sex Fiend, the birthday party when I was like around 16. Around this time, she got me into like Alien Sex Fiend, the birthday party, a lot of bands. She again, she gave me tapes, like 4AD stuff and I guess ate it. I ate it all. I remember like shoveling the driveway, listening to like Alien Sex Fiend, and turning it over. And it was blank, but it was Junkyard. By the time I didn't know it was Junkyard, by the birthday party, and just adrenaline. I'm just shoveling this driveway, and just thinking, I don't want to stop shoveling.
Is that the first time you heard Nick Cave?
I think so. Yeah. Well, it's funny because I actually heard it the right way. I heard it. The Boys Next Door, I guess, would have been the right way, but I heard Birthday Party first. Oh yeah, I definitely heard the Birthday Party for a couple of years prior to hearing Nick Cave. Totally, Birthday Party first. I used to do modeling. I used to be.
Is this some modeling days?
Yeah. So I told you I'm to school at FIT, and I guess I was kind of pretty.
Yeah, I would say. Look at that.
And a lot of girls would ask me to do photo shoots, and I used to do some runway shows and a couple commercials, and yeah, I was.
Nice.
You would never know. I was like. Keep in mind,
commercials,
I never did drugs, and at that time I was drinking, but I really didn't drink that much. Again, I was poor. I was a poor art student. I really didn't. My mother was poor. So I get. It is what it is. And that's in my kitchen in Long Island, and that was like, oh my God,
know, right?
16,
Wow.
Maybe 15.
You really lived this lifestyle, man.
Yeah. I love it. Listen, when I'm in. I'm gonna die a goth. I love it. I love the culture. I love the. It's very intelligent. It's very, very smart. It's a very beautiful thing. I like to be a part of it. It's really cool. It's very interesting. It doesn't bore me. A lot of things bore me.
Oh yeah. So we're back here.
Yeah, that's Val. Val was amazing.
We could end with. Let's see. There's some pictures of us. Oh yeah, this was a party we did together, sort of. I was trying to see what all our connections are, and this is another party that Skeletal Life played.
Oh my God, there's gonna be so many.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was actually performing, not like just video. That was a good one.
Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, I always thought
they were a German band.
I know, that's the whole joke, though, right?
Crazy. We shared a plane with them very briefly, from Munich to Leipzig, I believe it was. I think it was. Funny. Yeah, it was a really small planes.
I don't know. Noir, yeah. I don't know when these are from. This is like 2006 or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. It was 2006, 2007. Yeah, those streaks. I missed my streaks.
And, this was at 3 of Cups. Tell me about Psychomania. This was a Psychomania, I think.
That was actually, it's really funny. Allison came to Underworld. Allison Diana is a great bartender. Worked at
yeah. I saw her recently at the Guar show.
She's just like, we gotta do this again. She wants to do Psychomania again. I'm like, I have no time. I said, I'll throw you DJs.
R.I.P. 3 of Cups.
But, oh my God, I love 3 Cups. So again, it's one of those places where everyone got it. We're all one troop. Oh my God, we love 3 Cups. Oh,
and there's me in the background of you somewhere.
Good. The food was so good. The drinks were great. The best bartenders. I love 3 Cups. The best music. you're welcome, world.
I think someone was talking about this party before. This might have been the first time the Long Lost played with you.
Possibly.
I found some pictures. Look, this was funny. I picked these out because these look like my photos that come from my camera now, but this was just me with my phone, like as a visitor, and it was the same angles. Look,
I know.
it's like the
Oh my
same
God.
shit that I do now.
Oh my God.
Except, these were more of recently. This was from one of the parties I did recently, and I wanted to show this because my friend Lou showed up in my shirt.
I know, Lou.
Yeah, he was at the red party wearing my shirt, and we were both wearing it at the same time. It was great.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were in a band called Decay Until Gone, and we're still trying to finish that record, so stay tuned. It's killer.
Don't do it. Just do it.
Well, it's more of a logistics of where we have to mix it kind of thing, but
You can
it's
do it
basically
remote.
done.
Just do it remote.
No, it's all recorded. We just have to finish the mixing, and like certain computers have certain plugins.
Listen, you need a cleaner.
No, we can do it. It's just trust me. We're working on it. Vosh, these guys were a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Well, I like them a lot. Again, it comes down to personality and talent. So I had them open. So we did Zymox. Speaking of Zymox, we did a Zymox show, a great show, a really great show. It started way too early, ended too early, but it's the venue. We did it at Brooklyn Monarch. It was Zymox, Bloodwilder Syndicate, Then Comes Silence, and Vosh. It was just a seriously sick lineup. It's one of those shows. It's like, whatever. I'll promote it. If people don't come, they're freaking idiots. It's like, what are you gonna do? It's like this show is like, it's amazing. It's what a lineup, and it was a great show. But in Bosch were so cool, and they were really nice, really friendly, and they went on. I think they only played. I think they only got to play for 25 minutes.
Yeah, I believe it.
I think it was a really short show, but it was a crowd. It was a crowd for them. People were there. People got to see them, but it was really short. So I was trying to course correct things. So I got in touch with them. So listen, hey, you guys were really cool. And you guys mentioned you guys wanted to play Red Party. Do you guys want to come and play? And they were like, F yeah.
This was before I even saw their show. And I was just like, okay, you guys look cool. I'm already into it.
So it was.
And their drummer's like a metal drummer. He's in Repulsion.
Oh my God. Also really huge into Killing Joke. He's a big Killing Joke fan, which I love.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, going to my top 5 favorite bands, Killing Joke.
Okay, so that's number 5. We finished the list.
Yeah, we finished the list. So Cure, New Metal Army, and Killing Joke. Bam. There you go.
World Inferno toured with New Model Army too. You didn't see that one?
I missed out, and again, I don't want to sound like a poser. I got into New Model Army after college. I got into them after.
This was more recent.
I know. But what happened was I didn't get into them. Actually, I'll tell you when. Almost to the day during the Triton Festival, when Klein Zymox played Triton Festival.
Yeah,
I got to see them at the Bell House.
Okay,
and
I remember that place.
Prior, they played the Mercury Lounge.
Oh wow!
And then I got into them in 2 years. So I probably got into New Model Army 2010.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
2010 is when I got into the band. Honestly, before I know their music, but I never correlated it. I never put it all together. So I kind of missed the boat, really sadly. And then when I finally got the sense to put everything together, it was like, this is the best music ever. Oh my God.
What would you recommend if
it's funny, my friend, album wise?
Yeah, like what as an intro to them.
My great friend who does the sound over at Mercury Lounge, Gideon, just asked me the same freaking question yesterday.
Gojira?
Yes.
Yep. I know him by the name his hoodie.
Yep. He used to ask me the same question. And you can span decades because they've been around for such a long time. But I think if you want to deep dive and do a proper listen to New Metal Army, which everyone should in the whole entire world, it's very important to do this. I would say early incarnation. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
And do an incantation
of New Metal Army. I would
Necronomicon.
Ghost of Cain, Vengeance. Vengeance is a great album. I like Vengeance a lot. Ghost of Cain is a great album. they go through a few different degrees. High gets a lot of shit, but I love that album. So many beautiful songs on High. Great album. The last few albums I like a lot. The last album,
That's too many recommendations.
really grew on me. But you know what? I'll just give you one more.
Sure.
An album I really love. It's a more of a recent album, recent-ish. Between Dog and Wolf. They never sucked. They never sucked. I mean, this is more recent.
Yeah.
They still have the passion, the fury, which most bands don't have. And live, you'll never see a better live band live.
I haven't seen him. I'll have
it's
to
like
check
going
him
to
out.
church. It's like going to church. It's like a fire and brimstone preacher just every time, just like it's the passion cannot be faked.
Contained. Yeah.
It's insane. It's just I will sigh at anyone go, I don't like New Metal Army. Yeah, we can't be friends. Sorry.
All right, I wanted to ask you about this. So this is me at your Forever Young edition of Red Party.
Yay!
Can you
Yes,
tell
I
me
remember it!
tell me
Yes!
about Forever Young and how is it different and how did that come about?
It's completely different. I don't remember the reason why I did it for the first time. We did it for a bunch. We do two a year. We do 2 a year, July 4th and New Year's, and we've done it for a while now. It's me and Ash. It's my party, and Ash is like used to do remissions at Pyramid. He's a great 80s DJ, so I needed another 80s DJ. And if you're gonna go to 80s music in New York City, you go to Ash. Like he did remissions, he did Pyramid. I mean, this is the guy. And I asked him to do it. He was like, dude, yeah. Oh my God. And we've been having fun with it. And we brought Hillary on board and we used to bring our friends in because we're all fans of, 80s music. And 80s music, it's probably one of the greatest decades of music of all times. It just is. There's so much creativity in the 80s. You can go from pop music to hip hop music. You can go into like breakbeat.
I know you like I have to go and play Africa right now.
I know, but there's so much great music. And that's why I think it's such a slam dunk. It's like such a lazy thing to do. Such an easy
yeah,
to do.
And you had Leah from Rose Garden there
to do. Yeah, Leah. Oh my God, she's like insane.
She was so much fun.
Oh my God, we had the best time ever.
I got some great pictures of her.
Ever. We had the best time ever. So she's coming back soon.
There's Freddie. He's another Rockland guy.
Yeah, I used to DJ. I just did an interview.
Oh yeah, you did his transmission thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I missed his party last week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Panther from Bootblocks gave me that shirt for Christmas.
Nice.
I didn't believe I was gonna wear it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear it. Yeah.
There you go. And you were wearing a Justin Bieber shirt to an 80s party. Can you justify this again?
I had to do it. I need to be anachronistic.
My camera kept focusing on Justin's face instead of like the people in the picture.
Yeah, it was a birthday. It was a Christmas present from Panther from Bootblocks. And
so you were embodying the spirit of the 80s and not necessarily representing the 80s.
I was just trying to be silly. Honestly, I wasn't giving any thought. I was just trying to be silly. And I never wear white shirts, so I was like, I'm gonna wear a white shirt. Right. And I think the only 3 white shirts I have is a Dead Milkman shirt, an Addict shirt, and a Justin Bieber shirt. And so there you go.
All my white shirts end up red because I wear them to Guar shows eventually.
You gotta get Guard on.
You got to, because I don't wear white either. And I'm like, well, this is the only time you're gonna see me do it. I love these photos. Is the chat, you guys, you have any last minute questions for Sean Templar? Because I think I kind of here was my big question for you.
A big question.
There's Ash, right?
Yes. Amazing.
Yes. If somebody was getting into goth music, and I'm not saying like what's the most popular songs, but what would you say or maybe the 5 songs to listen to if you were like discovering goth for the first time? They could be deep cuts because they don't know any better.
No, I mean, goth is the thing about goth also is what's wonderful about goth too. And I hate people who gatekeep or say, this is goth, this is not goth, this is goth, this is not, shut up. it's hard to recommend because there is such a wide range of music, from cold wave to death rock.
Oh,
There's so
you're gonna be at
much.
the Cold
You
Wave
can, you
Festival?
can go from Deck and Dance to TSOL. I mean, it's
Mhm.
crazy the wide berth that's there with creativity and
I saw
music.
TSOL with Flag.
I saw them. I'm like, I always miss them because I was out of the country, or I've always missed TSOL. I finally got to see them with the Briefs and the Damned on
Nice.
Halloween at Irving Plaza. I was like, I finally saw
Wow.
TSOL. Finally.
Yeah, my show was at Irving Plaza too. Yeah.
I mean, I always miss them. Fear is one of the
Dude,
first
Fear.
albums
I got Fear
out
tickets.
was
They're
Fear the
playing
album.
October. I'm seeing Fear in, I think, the Monarch.
Leaving. No, I'm going.
Yeah, you gotta
I'm
go
totally
because
going.
after that, like he's done. Like he's can't do it anymore.
I believe it. I mean, jeez.
He's so
Wow.
yeah, he's old man. So I'm like,
Dude.
I have to go see Fear. I got my Fear tickets. I got my what is it called? The Decline of Western Civilization checklist. You know,
Yeah.
and I gotta check them off. I've seen the Germs. I've seen
I
Black Flag.
Did you ever see the movie? It was a vampire movie called The Lost Boys.
Of
With
course.
Kiefer Sutherland. Do
You say that like it's obscure.
Oh, isn't it? It's not.
The Lost Boys?
Lost Boys?
No.
People actually know that movie.
Everyone knows the Lost
I'm
Boys.
kidding. Do you remember the scene
For that saxophone player, of course.
with the who actually did a whole thing for me? It was just really awesome.
Really?
But anyway, I digress. I've actually like pretty cool stories, I guess. Anyway, in the band The Lost Boys, in the movie The Lost Boys, remember when those punks, they grab the comic books out of the thing and they go back to the car and they're reading the comic books. It's a girl trying to make out with the guy, and the guy's going, "Stop trying to have sex with me. I'm reading a comic book." and it was the first vampire shot when they rip off the cover of the soft cover of the car, and they grab him and they pull him up. I could have sworn up and down that guy was leaving. It's not.
Well, he did do some acting. I mean, he was in
a lot of movies. He was in a lot.
Yeah,
of
he was in
movies.
Clue.
Yeah, he's in a lot of movies. I thought that's leaving. That's leaving. And no, it's not. Yes, it is. I was wrong. It's not. So if you watch Lost Boys, it's not leaving.
Sorry, guys. Leaving is not in Lost
could've
Boys,
sworn
but
up
he
and
will be in Brooklyn
Funny, it
at
was
the
leaving,
Monarch in October.
but it's not. But yeah, go see Fear. If you
Yeah.
can't see them, you have to go see Fear. Oh my
Yes.
God.
New York's all right.
New York's all right if you like
like
saxophones.
Wait. So wait, what are your goth? What's your goth
Oh,
song?
I'm sorry.
list? I don't even know if we got to one.
I would start where I started, I guess. I started with The Cure. I did. I started with Head on the Door, Japanese Whispers. My favorite album I listened to nonstop was Pornography. Like I said, they're my favorite band. I know it's trite. I know it's boring. Oh, it's The Cure. They're so obvious. Yeah, it's obvious because they're so amazing. It's The Cure.
But they don't actually consider themselves goth. How do you feel about that?
The best goth bands will never consider themselves. They want a wider audience. Why would you pigeon yourself? I'm a goth band. Goth is a scary word.
I know it's because of my age and how it came out, but like the first Cure song I knew was Friday I'm in Love. I thought of them as a pop band.
Oh, screw off, you whippersnapper.
Yeah, I mean that was on MTV when I was growing up. That's the first song I knew of them.
I was I would start deep. I'd go Pornography, and again, there's so many different styles to the genre. It's really diverse. So you can go really in so many different places. You want harder music? Yeah, go listen to some Christian Death. If you want some more shoegazy, listen to some Cocteau Twins or listen to This Mortal Coil. Do you want something more thoughtful? You have The Cure. If you want something a little bit more southern, a little bit more holy roller, go Nick Cave. There's so much out there. There's so much great music out there. There's no loss to it. There's so many bands.
What song do you put on when you have to like really just pump yourself up?
That's a very sexy question. I probably usually default to the Cramps. The Cramps are one of those bands that you can put on any album, and just go play and go. All right, where's the booze? Where's the booze? Where's my pants?
Mhm.
Where's my head? So yeah, the
Nice.
Cramps are great pre-game music. You want pre-gaming music that gets you in the mood, that brings you to that level to where you want to go out, going go 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 kind of thing, like nonstop, very kinetic.
There you go.
And the Cramps being one of the greatest bands of all time.
Now
Also,
everybody knows them because of that Wednesday
number
show.
6 is the Cramps.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Nice.
Lex Interior, probably one of the best frontmen of all times. Period.
Yeah, I remember they were gonna play at the bank right before he died.
Mm,
I think it was a smack party or something like that.
it's possible.
And then instead they had a Cramps tribute band or something like that, I think. But yeah, I just narrowly did you ever get to see them?
Yes. It's really weird too. I only got to see him 1.5 times.
Was it at Motherfucker?
Well, that was the halftime. The first time I saw them was at the Roseland, and that was for a Bikini Girls tour, which was early 90s, like 93. I want to say 93. 93 sounds good. I think it was like 1993. Roseland, the Cramps.
Nice.
And it was insane. I bet. Insane. It's the Cramps. I mean, Poison Ivy, she's just an animal. I mean, she's just her with her.
I'm looking for her. If anyone, she's like gone. She's MIA from press for many years. But if I would love to interview her for my documentary.
I get it. I mean, after Lux
they did go on tour with my band here, Haunted Garage.
Nice.
In Europe, they picked Haunted Garage to tour with them in like 1991.
Good.
I think we pretty much did it.
Did we?
Can you believe?
I think we can stretch the service. I think we need another 3 hours. I think we need 3 hours.
We could do another 3 hours next year. Yeah, before the next murder.
I was born in a hospital in Queens. I was born in the morning.
Well, let me tell you about what the upcoming shows are. I already told you Zora's coming on. Check it out. We got Tibby X from Reagan Youth and Gash. You know Tibby?
I don't know her personally, no. Yeah. But I'm quite familiar with Gash and definitely Reagan Youth. Absolutely.
Yeah. She's been around. I've been working with her for 15-something years. We're gonna have a great conversation, I'm sure. Samantha Riot, November 9th. I'm booking October, man. I'm trying to get some spooky stuff for you. I'm trying to get 45 Grave. I'm just gonna put that out there into the world.
I know people.
I know people. I'm in contact. It's just more of a. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the response. I wanted to highlight this. Next time you see me, don't be shy. I'll take your picture. It's like actually my job. Don't worry about it. I'd love to do it. I'm not sure who you are from your screen name, but I'll be there. I'll be there at Murder of Crows. Anything else you want to tell the world? Go buy your tickets to Murder of Crows. It's Friday and Saturday next week at Bowery Ballroom.
We have the pre-party on Thursday, which is a meet and greet. A lot of people
I'm sorry I won't be there. I have to go see the Dresden Dolls.
Oh my God, it's awesome though.
Yeah, they're playing in Woodstock, so I'll be in Woodstock.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah,
and then I'll be seeing them in October at Bowery Ballroom too. And this is a great transition. I said if we made it to the end, I'd play my music video.
Oh yeah.
And Brian from the Dresden Dolls actually plays drums on it.
Does he now?
So if you like that, you might like this. Come back next. Was it next week? No, a week from 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. September 7th, I think, is the next show. I don't know. Go to Murder of Crows first, and then we'll talk about what's next for that.
If you like good music.
Thank you.
Oh, stay home.
Thank you for being here. This is was an epic conversation, I think.
Was it more of a conversation or more of a constant tangent?
I'm glad it didn't just totally go down when my electricity went off. But it happened to both of us today. It's crazy.
And I'll kill him for a little bit.
All right, guys. I think we did it. This is not goth music, but this is my music. It's my video for Welcome to My Pity Party, and I'll see you later. It's the year
Celebrate your misery, apart but united. Welcome, come if you dare. This is your trigger warning, sadness and despair. Welcome to my pity party, everyone's invited. Celebrate your misery, apart but united. Welcome to my pity party, come if you dare. This is your trigger warning, sadness and despair. You know it's gonna be sad, but it's gonna be rad. This year left an imprint, but after this party, everything will be different. So drown in all your sorrows, so we can have a better tomorrow. So welcome, do what you need, but hey, no Nazis, please. Welcome to my pity party, everyone's invited. Celebrate your misery, apart but united. Welcome to my pity party, come if you dare. This is your trigger warning, sadness and despair.